So you crouch at the top of the ramp underneath the trapdoor, dirty and glittery, and some people are a little bit injured.
I'll walk it off.
And what do you wish to do now?
Well, technically we should go and have a rest, which I do agree with my clever friend Sherlock, but unfortunately I don't think we've got that option.
Well, not in a particular rush. It means you spent all that time getting across on the clothesline, however.
Have you had short rests?
No, we're kind of buggered.
I mean, you could take a short rest at the top of the ramps leading up from the swamp if you wanted to.
Yeah. I'm up for that. Short rest at the top of the ramp.
Short rest it is. Remember, you can spend half of your hit die on a short rest.
So that'll be one, or is it rounded up?
It's usually rounded up.
Oh, well, that's all right then.
So you sit down and pour a cup of tea out of your flasks, attempt to wipe some of the mud off your face, only smearing it about further.
I use spare glitter that's dropping off other people to accentuate the muck, give my muck a sort of glittery sheen.
So you are making it even worse, to be fair. Better, sorry. And an hour later, nothing has happened. Just the croaking of the bullfrogs, and the mist never moves. It's like a thick wall around you.
Well, we have to return this book, right? So should we try and sneak in and return the book, or should we just go
knock on the door?
Right.
Yeah, I agree with Dave. I think we should knock and announce ourselves and hopefully be invited in to return the book.
Okay. Since I'm not the totally type.
Well, I mean, I'm not really sure how this works, but I just figured if from what Dave was saying, that if we're invited in, we stand a chance of being able to walk out again.
Oh, wait a minute. I've just got to quickly do something. I'll open my purse and stick 3 copper coins in one pocket and 8 copper coins in the other pocket.
Okay, seems reasonable.
Did Dobbsy use his hit dice to heal, by the way, just looking at these...
He will do when he gets back and sort it out. Claw says, well, I feel I must tell you now because it's good of you to agree to help me that if I get my head back, then I can navigate us out of hither to thither. We will, however, still need a way to fly over the mists, a balloon or something, and there is only one pilot in Downfall capable of flying the Storm Chaser over the mists, and that is Morgart. He was imprisoned because he helped a small dragon escape that was a prisoner of King Gollop. I feel that you should know this information before you risk your lives to return my head. I promise that I will navigate out for you, but it's quite as simple as me just saying this way and marching off through the mist.
I think we met the dragon.
Yeah. Did you live in a silver cage by any chance?
He didn't live in a silver cage. I believe Lorna actually imprisoned him.
So, just to recap, right, we're under this trapdoor. That's the only way into Bavlornas' place, yeah?
Yes, unless you have another method of getting in.
And it's locked from the other side.
No, they haven't even tried it yet. It's just closed. They'd literally just arrived last week, and then we'd called a halt, so they hadn't getting any further.
Well, if you want, I can go and I've got a way of having a look to see what's on the other side without being seen.
That could be handy. I think we were trying to get the lady to open the door and invite us in because that gives us certain protection. But I'm not sure if she obeys the rules or they're just sort of guidelines.
Well, the fear have got a real big thing about guest and host responsibilities. Doesn't mean that she won't trick you into, but they don't tend to lie. But they can mislead you into doing something wrong.
Right. Well, for a start, let's go and see what's on the other side, because the more information we've got at hand, the better. And with that, I will change into... Please don't stand on us.
Do I need a rolled up newspaper?
I will change into... Where the hell's my character?
While Elvan is doing that, it occurs to me that if we want a pilot, is there any way we think we might be able to bargain with King Gollop the information that he's about to get shivved in return for a pilot?
Oh, that's probably a good idea.
Clapperclaw says, well, he was thrown in the jail, so you should be able to bargain with him for something like that.
Oh, I do like this plan.
And while you're on, your lordship, throw in a crocodile. Sorry,
so I'm a bit lost here now. Who are you talking about now?
The king of the frogmen. It appears that there is a coup being planned, and they're going to off him, and we know about it, and we also know how the major plotters are. Now, the king, who is still the king at the moment, has got the pilot that we need for the balloon in his prison. So I'm wondering if we can bargain the information and forewarn him he's about to get done over, and if we tell him so he's got a chance to prepare, in return can we have the pilot released?
That's not a bad idea, actually. So
good idea, that.
Do you not want us to have a look on the other side? I would
still need to deal with Bavlornas.
Yeah, sorry, that
all right,
totally,
okay.
totally
all
separate
right.
to this.
I thought this other avenue was an instead of, right? Okay. Yes, that all sounds. I think you lot are getting wise, hanging around me. I think that's where it is.
I wasn't always a monk.
Me being civilized and all. I will change into a spider, and I shall go and attempt to have a look on the other side. So where the hell's spider?
Yeah, okay, I will make you a person so you can change into a tiny wee spider.
God, that looks horrible.
Hey, Britwick should be able to turn into a crocodile now, won't you? And we've got spare roofs.
God, yes, you will.
Oh, awesome. And we've got spare roofs. You're right. Well done, Sherlock. Give that man a plan.
Right.
Well, I also had an idea.
Uh-huh.
You turn into a crocodile, put a roof on you, we'll swap you for the real crocodile, and then later on you turn into a spider, sneak away.
And we get a free crocodile. It's like Ocean's 4.
Ocean's 4.
Like the Muddy Pond 3.
Right.
So there's a large enough crack in the trapdoor so you can sneak through. And it's a matter of seconds. You creep through onto the other side. You can see there's a large hand-drawn bolt on the other side, but it's not in, so the trapdoor is obviously unlocked. A recessed pool lined with mouldy clear tiles takes up most of this large square room. Stagnant water fills a depression to a depth of 1 foot. Rising from the pool's centre is the head of a stone well that gives off an unpleasant, pungent odour. In one corner of the pool stands a tall, dirty, freestanding mirror in an oval frame, and floating on the water is a large lily pad. Creaky wooden floorboards are arranged in a 10-foot wide walkway around the pool. The walkway is crowded with shelves, tables and stools in all shapes and sizes. Almost every available surface is littered with stacks of dirty plate, scraps of food and old junk. Dressing dummies are pushed together in one corner and a wooden staircase spirals up from another corner. 5 closed doors lead from the room. I'm going to drop you on the map. Or tiny wee spider.
I'm just beginning to wonder if Bavlorna looks like Auntie Wainwright out the last of the summer wine.
Oh, gosh.
You should be able to see.
Do I retain me infravision, don't I?
You do, yes.
Right, okay. The door to my immediate left, I'll have a little look at that. That door there, that's a door, is it? God.
That looks like to be a small window. It looks out onto a balcony around 10 foot wide.
Any movement outside? I'll go and have a little look.
You're going to nip outside?
Just have a quick look to see if there's anybody on the balcony outside.
Okie doke. There you go. So, this 10-foot wide balcony runs almost the length of the cottage and is covered from end to end with living frogs. At the end of the balcony, attached to one corner of the cottage just beyond easy reach, is a clothesline draped with patchwork garments. The 2 lines stretch out over the lake and disappear into the thick fog. As you stand and watch, the hundreds and hundreds of normal-sized frogs sit there. 3 of them are sitting on the balcony. One says, Bav. The second one says, Lo. And the third one says, Nah.
Oh my God. Okie dokie. Right. Is there drapes at these windows, by the way?
No.
Right, okay. So that I get the impression if we were in this room, we'd have to try and get past the windows without being seen.
No,
right.
Looking out over the balcony, you can see there's nothing out there.
All right, okay. Right, this door up here, I'll have a quick look. That is a door, isn't it? That one.
You would have to crawl underneath it.
Okay, I'll crawl underneath it carefully.
Right, as you crawl underneath it to open it, a horse's head leers at you with glossy eyes, its lips drawn back from pointed yellow teeth. The head is fixed to a large 8-limbed armature made of wicker and wire, situated so it faces the doorway when you enter. Near it is a wooden crate. Flies buzz about in this disordered room, landing occasionally on animal carcasses that lie strewn in small piles. On a low table rests an assortment of tooth saws, knives, scrapers, and a hand-cranked drill. Sewing thread, needles, and awls around several taxidermic subjects in various stages of completion. A shelf that looks on the verge of collapse leans against a wall between two windows and bears the weight of dozens of stuffed horrors, each one an artless combination of two or more areas.
Oh, horrible. Ugh. I'll come back under the door with some relief. That looks horrible. Is that a door there to the north, or is that a...
That's a window. You pass a spiral staircase that leads up.
Can I hear anything?
You cannot hear anything other than the normal sounds of the swamp.
And where does this... If I peer out the window, what can I see?
A short distance away from the window, that thick wall of fog that surrounds the entire hut.
Okay. Right. I'm just going to go make it a point of going round the room, checking out each opening, because I've got a space of an hour to get this done, so I need to use the time wisely. So I'm basically going to just check all the doors and peek underneath that one.
You peek underneath that one, scraps of cloth and bundles of yarn are piled throughout the small room.
Oh, okay. Supply closet. Here.
Under that one, a flight of stairs runs along the outside of the cottage with wooden doors at the top and bottom of it. A rickety railing hugs the edge of the staircase which looms above the foggy lake. A steady droning sound comes from the shadowed corner above the door at the top of the stairs.
I'll go and have it's probably as wise as go and peer, have a look out there underneath the stairs.
Yeah, the stairs lead up to the second level of the house.
I'll go and quickly have a pick up because I need to make sure the area is secure if we decide to come through that trapdoor.
Right, as you head up, you look up the stairs and you see a swarm of several large wasps buzzing around a wasp nest. It's a 7 foot long, 5 foot wide wasp nest.
7 foot long? Are these giant wasps, are they?
They are to you. Are you going to continue up the stairs?
Yeah, I've got to brave it. No. No. Yes, I've got to brave it for the lads. Got to look in,
As you start to climb up the stairs, a large wasp, to you, it's about 3 times your size, comes down, buzzing overhead, and then swoops down at you.
Wasp eat spiders.
Oh shit. Right, I'll run back down the stairs and under the door.
You dodge nimbly to the side as the stinger jabs into the wood beside you. There's an angry zzz, and you see more wasps coming out of the nest as you run quickly back under the door.
Whew. You can't get under the gap in the door, can they?
You're not sure? Possibly.
Right, quickly go to this other door here. Oh, I don't like... me as a person, I'm terrified of wasps.
As you look underneath this one, a large cupboard stands alone in the dark room. Fine scrollwork frames the cupboard's 2 doors, which are bridged by a circular panel of dark wood. The panel is inlaid with a silver hourglass sigil.
I'll have a closer look at that.
It's very difficult. It looks like there's a whole load of mementos and trinkets possibly in this room, but you're too small to search it effectively.
Okay, right. Does it look like an altar of sorts, would I think?
It looks like a cupboard.
All right. Just when you said something about a sigil and trinkets, I thought maybe so. Right. I'll come back out and have a quick look at that door there.
Yeah, that one also opens out to the balcony where all of the frogs are.
Right, okay. What's in the centre of the room? What's that circuit? That's
a well.
The well.
Oozing a horrible, horrible smell.
Right, okay. I'll head back underneath the door, trap door.
Yeah.
And can I talk in spider? I can't I?
You can, but I don't think anybody can understand spider.
Oh shit! Yeah, true. Okay, I'll change back into my normal form then.
Okay, you should deactivate it.
Yeah.
With a poof, Elvana Law drops back onto the platform beside you.
Right. In the room, I'll basically explain what you've said rather than take up so much time. But I'll explain, there does seem to be some stairs up from one of the doors where the giant wasp's nest I've just mentioned is... I don't fancy going past them anytime soon again. And I did hear some noises from upstairs, didn't I?
So maybe she's in.
Maybe. I don't know. I couldn't get past them because they were trying to sting us.
No. That's fine. That's fine.
But there's nobody on the other side immediately. It's not a very nice room. It stinks, actually. But the trapdoor's unlocked from the other side. So I don't know if you fancy coming through and having a look?
Well, I think we're probably going to have a look around. And not achieving anything sitting out here. We've got a bit of a plan, but we still have to come from Bavlornas.
Yeah, I think you're going to have to be careful, Nutmeg, of them wasps. They're quite big.
I'm scared of no wasps.
I'm not saying you're not scared, but they'll, your smaller size, I think they'll have a go at you.
I'm a giant amongst my people, I'll have you know.
I still think we should knock on the door for propriety's sake.
I agree.
All right, then. I'll reach over and rap on the door. I'll turn round and say, all right, my Aussie pal, how you doing? To Dobbsy.
Yes. With a puff of logic, Dobbsy appears.
Hey, Percy.
Right, so you knock on the door. It thuds dully as the wood is old and soggy, but there's no answer from the other side.
Well, she's not in. Let's burglarise the plan.
Hold it, lads. I thought I heard somebody shouting for help inside.
Oh no, we should go in. They could be on the floor bleeding or something.
You know these old days and their bad hips.
Well, exactly. Now, before we go any further, can I just say, if it kicks off, we all have to go in balls deep. All right? She might have a shooter. Sorry. So we eat it out hard if we're going to end up in a fight. We can't.
That's a mental image of an egg I could have done with that.
Got a shooter.
A shooter? A shooter?
Well, it's like a wand, isn't it? Shooter. Do you want to? We've had a short rest if you need to spend some hit dice, Dobbsy.
Yeah, you can spend 2 hit dice to heal up if you wish.
You know this song of rest I have as a bard? Is it only for long rests or short rests?
It'll tell you in the description.
It just refers to the player's handbook, I think.
Click on the link.
I'm trying to find it again.
Or I'll give you a link. There's a 2-page summary of each class that you can print off if you need to refer to them. Well, Sherlock, does it tell you what it is?
To help revitalise wounded allies during a short rest.
Oh, there you go. It works during a short rest. Are you clicking on the little dragon where it says Song of Rest and there's a little dragon? Yeah. You get anybody who's not injured can regain an extra 1d6 hit points. I think is Britwick has 1 point of damage. Nutmeg has 2.
Yeah.
So do you want to roll another d6? Well, you're going to get them regardless, aren't you, Britwick? So you want to roll d6 Nutmeg?
Will I get d6 extra?
You're not injured.
All right, I thought you said I read that as wrong. That I thought it was 10 hit points.
Typical. You still have 1 point of damage. Right. So Sherlock has sung a song of rest during your short rest.
It was only a short song, though.
Well, he's only a short bard. And you feel much better. Elvanilor has given you the exposition, so you're ready to go.
Right. I'll go first. I'll open the trapdoor and go in.
You step through on the other side.
And I'll follow.
With a little difficulty, you have to help Dobbsy up due to his unusual shape. But very shortly, the 4 of you appear in the room described by Elvanilor.
Right, I'll explain which door's which, right, because they weren't on the map. The one to the, looking at the map as it is, the one to the west there appears to be a room, like what the hell do they call them again? Taxidermist's room, right? Loads of horrible carcasses and like sewn up fits, taxidermy thing as he does. The window to the direct south there and the door to the direct south lead out onto a balcony that looks over the marshes, the misty marshes, and you can hear loads of frogs basically ribbiting Bavlornas' name and peace. To the north is another couple of windows. They look out onto the marsh. I couldn't see any movement, just more misty marsh. To our east, the very top door is a cupboard, like almost like with like cloth and sewn material and that. The middle door is the door that leads up that small staircase where the giant wasps are, and then the staircase goes up further, but I couldn't get past the wasps. And then finally that last door looks like another cupboard, and there's a sigil of sorts with looks like trinkety bits in there and like another storage area.
Right, so Bavlorna probably lives around here somewhere in this well lock. So I'll step up. The lights just went out. I'll step up so I can't see the map anymore.
Okay, 2 seconds.
Well, I can see it, but the lighting's gone. It's as if I'm casting darkness as opposed to...
So down the stairs is a swampy pool with a lily pad in it and a well oozing stuff out.
I will light a torch and put it in my shield end.
If you equip your torch...
Can you light it? I have trouble lighting mine. I think I've got duff ones.
Yeah, Elvanlord can't seem to light it. Can you light your torch?
I pressed light and nothing happened.
But have you applied the effect to yourself? You know, because you haven't got it on your effect.
Because I don't think I hadn't see. It's lovely.
There you go. Now you can see you've got a torch. You see how that works?
That's very clever.
Isn't it? Yeah. Look,
hello?
Lights a torch. The pool looks to be at least knee deep. At least that's what the frogs say, knee deep. And,
hello, Mrs. Bavlornas.
There's no answer.
I think she's upstairs on the upper level.
In this pool is a lily pad, the well, and the mirror at the top end.
Oh, mirrors are bad news.
These doors are actually closed because Elvana crawled under them as a spider.
Which way is it to upstairs, young Elvanor?
The middle door on the east side.
I'll head up there and see if the door is locked.
The door is not locked.
I shall open said door.
Right, you push the door open, you should just be able to click on it. And you mouse over the door, a little door thing should appear saying close.
Yeah, and I clicked on it and nothing happened. I'm going to have to move out the way. I think I'm in the way of the door.
You're in the door. Yeah,
there you go.
Because I can lock the doors, you see. Right, as you walk outside, you hear that buzzing and droning noise.
Oh.
There are several other rooms around here, however, that Elvanlord described. The room full of knickknacks.
Oh, knickknacks. We should look there.
The room full of storage. There's the dummies in the north wall, and then there's a taxidermy workshop as well.
Oh, we'll search down here. I'll come out of there and close that door. There's probably a lot of wasps up there.
Yeah, so you pop the door closed.
And I'll go back on myself to this door. I'll just step away from the door again because I'll not be able to open it. Mm-hmm. Pop in.
I do love the lighting effects when they work well.
They are pretty
The large cupboard stands alone in this dark room. Fine scrollwork frames the cupboard's two doors, which are bridged by a circular panel of dark wood. The panel is inlaid with a silver hourglass sigil.
Yeah, Dubsy, is this thing trapped?
Dubsy? He cannot hear you, Dubsy, son. Dubsy!
I will have a look, see if it's trapped.
Get out the gentleman's way.
Right, okay. So you run your hands over it and give me a roll there, the Dobbs. Easy, the Dobbs. You are not sure whether it is trapped nor not.
No, it's absolutely fine, Nutmeg. Just go ahead now.
Oh, okay, I'll lean over and open it.
I step back.
Dobbsy steps pointedly back.
You're not overly confident there, mate.
No, just a bit of sciatica.
Right, inside the cupboard, it's divided into rows of small compartments, each one stuffed with pouches or other tiny containers. There seems to be a vast number of hundreds of small knicky-knacks and other trinkets.
Well, she's got some stuff in here. Any of them look like they could hold a head?
No, there is no head bag in there.
Aha! I'll open a couple of bags and look inside.
So you pull like the little trays out. It's like one of those crafting cupboards where it's got loads of little trays in. The first one you pull open has loose buttons of various shapes, sizes and colours. Another one you pull open and it's got stray cutlery. Each piece is from a different set. A third one has unopened letters of some kind.
Bloody hell, guys, we found the back of the fridge.
And the final one you pull open has a small... It contains one item, a tiny teacup-sized ceramic cauldron, inside of which you see there's a small scrap of paper.
Can we see what it says without actually taking it out?
No, it's folded up.
That's a trap, that is. But you know me and traps. I'll probably open the piece of paper and look and read it.
You open the piece of paper and nothing happens. It has one word written on it in spidery script. It says spittle spew. It's written in common.
Does this smell of magic?
Are you doing your detective magic thing?
I am going to sniff it to see if it sniffs of magic.
Right. Nothing in this little room detects of magic. Do you need line of sight or is it just a radius?
I will have a look.
Because some detect things confusingly in 5e require a line of sight and some just have a radius.
But you pound or pinch of the proverbial. If his head's in here, it's going to be in the taxidermy room because that room is designed to make us all go.
Could be a shrunken head.
Chances are the magic item might be in the wasp nest or a way to protect it.
Magic awareness. In addition, you can open your awareness to the presence of concentrated magic. Until your next turn, you will know the location of any spell or magic item within 60 feet that isn't behind total cover.
Right, so you can only see what's in this room then?
Yeah, but I could see like through cracks in the wood and stuff.
Oh, yeah, or you could stand in the doorway, maybe?
Yeah, I'll do that.
So you stand in the doorway, shoving Elvanalor out of the way. The lily pad is magical, and the mirror is magical. Nothing else in your line of sight is magical.
Them's magical, them is. That lily pad and that mirror.
What type of magic?
Oh, bloody hell. Sparkly shit. The lily pad's probably provolone, and the mirror is likely reflector on. That's what I mean to say is no matter what you say, Richie won't know. Therefore, I'll just make some shit up.
Oh yeah, I don't do rules. I don't read rules. A crazy DM do you take me for? If it tells me in the description what kind of magic...
When you sense a spell, you learn which school of magic it belongs to. So yeah.
Well, one is Lego. And the other one is taffeta.
Yeah, see?
Hate the Lego School of Magic, because that's the one you always step on the middle of the night.
I knew that was going to happen. Brilliant caltrop spell.
But what if you made a D4 out of Lego?
You haven't seen Alice's D4. It's made of metal and is genuinely sharpened.
Oh, Jesus.
It is for killing people.
I'm going to go and have a look at that mirror.
Right, so you'll have to plodge through the water to do that.
Yep.
So you plodge down into the water. It at least comes up to your hips. And as you plodge over to the mirror... Oh, the mirror has an aura of conjuration magic, Earl.
That's got conjuration magic.
The lily pad doesn't tell you, so it's Lego. It looks to be an old and yet unbroken freestanding mirror. It's got green mildew around the sides where the mirror joins the frame. The paint is flaked off the frame somewhat.
I wonder if the old mirror on the wall will work with it.
Can I see myself in the mirror, can I?
You can. It appears to be a perfectly normal, if grubby mirror.
I'll look at the mirror and I'll say hello.
The mirror, pondering your question, makes no answer.
Do you know where Bavlornas is?
Once again, it appears to be thinking hard, and yet there is no reply.
Can I touch the reflector, see if it's solid?
Yeah, you touch it, it feels cold, it feels exactly like a normal mirror.
Is there any inscriptions around the frame?
No, it's just like old-fashioned decorated with the paint flaking off.
I wonder if it's the sort of thing that, like, she can scry with it.
Tell it to show you something.
Mirror in the pond.
Who will be the next James Bond?
Idris Elba.
Never.
There's only one new James Bond.
Tracy, you reach out, you tap the mirror, it appears to be perfectly normal, although you recall from all of the mirrors in the carnival that they also appear to be perfectly normal until either the correct phrase or command word was spoken.
Yeah, just because I know my stepmother has a mirror.
Spit a blue
Quite
spew.
fond of in her
Ask it if it'll spittle spew something.
And she used to stand in front of it and she used to say something similar to that. Mirror on the wall, who's the fairest one of all? It
shows you a reflection of you.
Or try that rhyme that we had to get here in the first place.
Yeah, or try spittle spew.
Yeah, spittle
I found
spew.
out on a bit of paper in a cauldron in a cupboard.
Obviously Bavlorna has not heard of password vaults, but the word spittle spew when Elvanalor proclaims it does nothing to the mirror.
Cunning, is she?
Is anybody, very light, like yourself, Nutmeg, you're agile and dexterous and
That's me.
and all that, right?
Yep, you're right. I'll swell with pride.
Can you just don't tell too much? Can you have a look at that pad over there? Because you're quite brave.
Okay, I'll flutter over, like staying at water height, and land on the pad and go, "Hello, Mrs. Bavlorna, are you here?"
You land on the pad, and you definitely feel that it's something magical. It shifts, and it almost feels as if the balance of the pad is shifting underneath to keep you stable.
Ooh, it's a moving pad, it is.
Underneath the pad, there are tendrils that go down into the water.
This pad's moving a bit. Can I try and lean one way, and does the pad move slightly to keep us
It does, yeah, to try and keep you balanced.
Okay, after 30 seconds of this, I am going to start trying to move the pad by leaning.
Right, the pad does not move by leaning.
Why don't you say that word that was in that thing?
Spittle spew.
You say spittle spew. The pad appears to ponder this for some time and then does nothing.
I am at a loss.
You can feel, because apparently this is a DMG thing, you can feel that it's magic, and it would require tuning to be able to discern it further.
Oh, I'll attune to it.
So you're going to sit there for an hour.
Is it an hour? Bloody hell, in that case, probably
It's a short
not.
rest.
In that case, probably not. We should probably go in another door. I'll head down here and I'll open this door.
You head down to the south, you open the door, and it opens onto the 10-foot wide balcony running the length of the cottage, covered end to end with living frogs. The 3 frogs on the railing say, Bavlornas.
Yeah, is she in?
There is no response.
I'm just going to move back so I can open the door again. I'll stop running up to doors.
Yeah.
I think we've got to get past them.
As you move out onto the balcony, a great cacophonous croaking breaks out from all the frogs, and they start to leap off the sides of the balcony in panic. The croaking is very, very loud and seems to echo round the hut.
Oh, well, if she's in, we probably woke her up.
Maybe we should use the hut's name, call it Jabba.
Hey, that's the name of my other computer. I'll head up here then and try this door.
Right, you come up to the door, you see all of those mannequins, they are right next to you.
I'll look at them with intent.
7 humanoid-shaped dressing dummies stand in the corner. 4 of medium size and 3 of small size. 6 of them are adorned with shoddy homemade stitched garments. The other one is bare except for an ugly black pointed hat.
I'll examine the hat.
It looks like a traditional witch's hat. In fact, you can see it on the map.
Oh, I'll pick it up and I'll stick it on Sherlock's head.
As you attempt to pick it up, the shawl around the hat flutters into life. You are probably quite surprised by this.
Shocked indeed.
And it makes a grab for you with strange, eerie-looking tentacles. It hits. The tentacles wrap around your face, and you immediately think that you're about to have your face horribly bitten. However, it grabs hold of your headwear, tears it off, and then begins to flutter across the room, clutching your headwear.
Oi, that's my hat! Right, I'll attack it.
It flutters over here, so we can roll some initiative.
Get it!
Select
Stolen me hat!
all PCs, select all NPCs, roll for initiative.
Not getting away with my hat, you.
Dobbsy McShergar goes first. Nutmeg has had his tit for grabbed off him and is shouting at this thing which has fluttered across the room, apparently making for that window. Dobbsy!
Can I throw a dagger at it to try and pin it to the wall? Okay.
Here, it's a flying thingy.
Arse biscuit.
You throw your dagger, it pings into the wall and misses. Nutmeg, you're up next.
Charge at it and hit it hard, recklessly.
Running across the room.
Give me my hat back, you little bastard.
You swing the bonker. You make him eat bonker. It's a hit. It seems to be lightly wounded.
Give me that back.
Is that your turn?
Is it my turn?
Can I just say when I click on combat actions, my 2nd level spells aren't shown. They're on the standard sheet, but not on this when it goes to combat.
Yeah. You just need to tick them. They're not prepped. That's all it is.
All right. Okay. Right.
So
sorry.
you go preparation mode. You tick them, and then they will show. There you go.
Thanks.
Right. So Britwick.
Right.
There's daggers flying and things at this flappy thing at the other end of the room.
I'll try and throw a dart at it and try and pin it to the wall.
Okie doke. It is on the other side of the... probably going to be long range as well.
Right. Well,
which means disadvantage.
Right. Surely will it sort that out itself, this?
It should do.
Right.
Oh, so instead of being a crit, it was a normal hit. Roll your darts damage. Right. The damage is heavy, so it thuds into it and pins the creature against the wall.
Right.
Do you wish to move? Or
No, I shall stay where I am and I shall sit back down and continue praying.
Okay. The creature, injured, sprays out a 15-foot radius of darkness around itself. And it all goes inky black, like a squid that is spraying ink. However, this is magical darkness. Hopefully now, here we go. You ready? Let's see if this works.
It's dark.
Yeah, that works lovely. There is an area of darkness. I'm going to give it a, let's see, DC 15 strength check to tear itself free. A 9. Sadly, it can't get free. Elvanalor. Nutmeg has disappeared in a globe of darkness. You can hear him swearing from inside it, however.
I'll kill you,
because I couldn't see it on the map before the darkness appeared. Where was it last?
Well, you can't see it because you're in the pool and there's a wall around the pool.
I know, but it was only up my waist, wasn't it?
Yes, but there's a wall around the pool keeping the water in, so it's behind the wall of the pool. That's why you can't see it. You'd have to run up the steps.
If it's any help, can I point? If Elvanalor's asking where is it, I'll point it where it is.
Yeah, he points to where the centre of the globe of darkness was a few seconds ago.
But I can't see that point. It's not like up on a wall somewhere.
You could attack it, but you would be at disadvantage for the darkness.
I've got nothing else I can do, so I'll have to try and attack it with firebolt. You'll have to target it for us.
Okay, so you may need to click disadvantage, a little disadvantage button, and then fire away. As you fire blindly into the darkness, it hits Nutmeg. You feel a blast of heat next to your cheek, but you can't see anything. It doesn't even light it up. Nice. There's a eek noise and a rattle noise as your helmet is dropped on the floor.
I think you got him.
Is there anything else you want to do?
No, that's all.
I suspect Bavlorna is not going to be too chuffed if we are killing her possession.
Shouldn't have nicked his
Oh,
hand.
my bloody ass. Do you know how long I work for that, eh?
I'll shout, Nutmeg, are you alright?
Yeah, we'll be in a minute.
Is that your turn, Elvanna?
Yep, that's my turn.
Shelock.
Right, I'm going to have to move.
You are, sir, you are. Running round the pool, you see a globe of darkness in front of you.
I'll move to there because I can't see it, so I can't target it, can I?
You can at disadvantage because Britwick was pointing where it went, so you can fire at disadvantage.
Does that mean we a cantrip spell?
So it depends what cantrip it is. If it's a hit roll, it's a disadvantage. If it's a non-to-hit roll, then it's not.
It's not the hit, it's vicious mockery.
So does it gets a save, though, so that's just normal.
Yeah.
It saves. Is that it?
Yeah.
Right, and we're back to Dobsy McShergar. All you can see now is a darkness globe, which has swearing coming out of it.
Darkness imprisoning me. All that I see, absolute horror.
And bad singing.
Is the whole room covered in darkness?
No, just a globe around the creature and Nutmeg.
All right, just that everything's gone kind of black, that's all.
Yeah,
okay,
because Nutmeg's the only one carrying a torch.
Right, okay. Can I see enough to move around the walled pool?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. I will move to the south, and I'm going to go down to the left and up the other side, if you know what I mean. I'm going to dash.
That is the long way around mine.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Are you using your cunning action to dash, or your normal dash?
Oh, no, I'll use my cunning action.
Yeah, so that's only your bonus action, yeah? So you move 40 feet and then another 40 feet. You've got 80 feet of total movement. You crazy, crazy thing.
As I hum the Black Beauty theme. Do, do, do.
You can see in front of you. You can see in front of you a globe of darkness.
As I'm moving, is it an action to pull out a weapon or
no?
Can it just...
One weapon's a free action.
Right, I will pull out my big fucking axe. No, sorry, I've got axes. I've pulled out my rapier.
A rapier and a dagger, yes, but you are not in range to attack in melee.
That's fine.
Okay, Nutmeg, it's your turn again.
Right, I'll hit it recklessly.
Right, so you're at normal roll then because it's advantage. You need to click disadvantage for the darkness.
Roll 2, but it should drop.
It shouldn't drop any. You should have rolled a standard roll.
All right, hang on, I'll roll again.
Because you hit the reckless, but then it's a disadvantage, so you don't have it targeted.
I can't target it. I can't see it. It says I've got it targeted.
Yeah, that's a hit. Do you want to roll your damage?
I do.
Take that off.
Get off that, you bugger!
Right, there's a wee squick splat noise as you swing madly around, and then the darkness disappears, and on the floor lies a dead creature.
I'll pick me out that, put it back on. Steven Jibbo.
Can I have me dart back?
Yeah, I'll throw it back.
Yeah, there's a dart and a dagger stuck in the wall next to it.
I'll go get me dagger.
The creature,
Thank you very much.
lies dead.
Is that a table next to it?
It is a table covered with broken crockery and old mouldy food.
I think we should hide the body under the table.
What sort of creature is it?
It's kind of like a squid, but instead of long tentacly arms, there's like membrane between the tentacles, which flapped up and down, kind of like a bit like a squid flying umbrella thing.
So it's a squid flying umbrella, Steven bastard.
Yep.
Got it. Right,
Right.
Check this door.
I'm going to go through this door here because I know what's in the other areas, and I know that there's no way up, really. The only way up is up these stairs.
There is, Dobbsy is standing next to the spiral staircase that leads up.
Oh, okay.
I thought we were going to check the room with the taxidermy room.
We'll check them all, and then we'll go upstairs. Cover our backs.
Yeah, that circular thing that Dobbsy's standing next to is the spiral staircase leading up. Right, go ahead.
I'll go and have a creep up there because I'm quite lithe, so I'll see if I can hear anything towards the top of the thing whilst they're secure in this area here.
Okay, you open the door, Nutmeg. Scraps of cloth and bundles of yarn are piled throughout the small room. They seem to be cast around the room haphazardly. Nutmeg.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to check this room out.
Are you going to spend a few minutes searching the room?
I am.
What the rest of you doing then if you're searching for a few minutes?
I'm going up these stairs and having a see what I can hear.
You're going to split the party, you say. What was that, Dobbsy?
I was going to say, can I have a mooch in these boxes and barrels which I'm right beside?
Yeah, absolutely. It just seems to be junk and tat. It's scattered all over the room. Alvanlor is going to head up the stairs. Earl, as you search the room, you find 2 1-foot-tall pin cushions sewn into humanoid shapes. One of the pin cushions is mounted on a tiny wooden rocking horse. The other has a pair of wooden wings. They have pins stuck in them, like in the knees and in the faces.
Oh, I'll pull the pins out.
You pull the pins out. Other than that, there's a whole bunch of a mishmash of wild and outrageous clothes of various sizes.
Oh, anything that fits and looks great.
Yeah, you can pretty much find anything that you like.
Oh, witchiness is in this time of year, so I'll go with a maroon feather boa.
Yeah, so you find a maroon feather boa. You realise that it'll match your pink dressing gown, mud and glitter ensemble with your big white ruff, and slap it on.
Oh, is there also any shoes? I'd like some shoes with curly toes, but no bells.
Yeah, you can find those. That is not a problem.
Right, now I need to rip the soles out and put them on over my boots because my boots are patrolling boots, so, don't want to void the warranty.
Of course you don't. Right, so you don't hear any specific noises up the staircase, Tracy, and you're creeping up the stairs.
Yep.
The walls of the dank hallway are covered with scores of portraits depicting grumpy, sad, frightened and angry people. The figures include humans, elves, halflings, bullywugs and goblins, among others. The portraits are rendered in a variety of mediums, including paintings, etchings and sketches. All are displayed in gaudy gilded frames. A framed oval mirror over 2 feet wide and 5 feet tall hangs in the middle of one wall. As you look, you see a small room and then a corridor with doors in.
I'll whisper down the stairs to them. Oh, you lot. I think up here's where it's happening.
I will head up once I've finished searching.
Yeah, I will motion to the lads, and as soon as they're ready, I will head up to cover L.
Well, I think before we go up the stairs, one of us maybe better go and have a quick squint in the taxidermy room.
Yeah, we might need to leave.
Yeah, Andy, if you move back a bit first, and then you click the door and then open them.
Sorry, yes, my mistake.
Oh no, it's fine.
Right, I shall go and stick my nose in there.
Sticking your nose in the taxidermy room.
Yeah, hang on a minute.
I take it you haven't got a torch lit.
We'll have in a minute. Get a bit of light
just put the effect on yourself.
Oh, right, hang on. Yes, I'm with you.
There's an effect torch light 20 feet or something.
Is there?
There is.
Remind me where I find that?
Under items, torch.
Right. Yes. Hang on. Yes.
Blood drops are always damage. Little men are effects, and little dice to hit rolls or saving throws or whatever.
Got you. Right. Well, I've clicked it.
Have you put it on yourself, though? You can either drag it on yourself or target yourself and do it.
Right, hang on.
There
we go.
Say awesome.
I'll get the hang of this eventually.
We'll be finished the campaign by then.
I know.
So there you go. There's the description they gave you earlier.
Yep.
Of the weird thing. Fat flies buzz lazily about the room. Bits of things.
Is there anything in here that looks like a head what would fit a scarecrow?
There's several things, but Clapperclaw is actually with you. I've just temporarily removed him from the combat tracker. He sticks his head in and goes, no, none of them are mine. They might fit, but we need the one with the special antlers to navigate through the storm.
That's fine. I was just checking before I went up the stairs, and I hurriedly come out and shut the door.
Okay, so you briefly look in and then come back out.
Yeah, I'm not going in there, even though there's probably magical shite from wall to wall.
Right, so are you waiting for the others, Alvanlor, as you were?
I'm peeking under. This is a doormat, is it?
You are in a small hallway. There's a door, and the hallway leads off to the west as well. If you peek round the corner, you can see the mirror and 2 other doors.
A mirror? Is it identical to the one that's down there?
No, it's different. I had described it for you. Just give me a second. Framed oval mirror, 2 feet wide and 5 feet tall, hanging in the middle of the wall. It's that silver one that's just to your left.
I'll have a look at what I can see along the corridor, because obviously you need to make sure the area is secure.
Yeah.
So I'll head cautiously along the corridor.
Okay. So you arrive at the other end of the corridor where the 2 doors are, going past the pictures and past the mirror.
Oh, I've got to pass them. All right. I'll glance at the pictures in the mirror as I go past. What are the pictures of?
The pictures of different humanoids, elves, dwarfs, goblins, all looking kind of horrified.
Oh, so it's because I thought that was going up the stairs.
There's the hallway description.
All right, okay. Have a look at this mirror. Is there any inscriptions around the...
Right, you look in the mirror and the reflection looking back at you is yourself, but it is devoid of any emotion. Your eyes stare deadly ahead and your face has no smile or frown.
Oh, I don't like that.
Can you say now, Tracy?
No. Have I got like a piece of cloth or what's on us? I'm wearing some weird stuff, aren't I?
You are wearing like an Elizabethan outfit. Your normal clothes are in your backpack. One of the big ruffs, puffy sleeves, puffy dress.
I'll take my cloak out my backpack and I'll put it over the mirror. I don't like that. That gives us a weird feeling.
Yeah, it is a
so
creepy weird thing.
Yeah, I don't like that. And I don't want to alarm the rest of the party. It's not a nice thing to see. Gives us the creeps. I can't let the party see it give us the creeps, so I'll cover it up.
Yeah.
Yes, now it's on fire.
Okay, the rest of you, what are you doing then downstairs?
I'm searching still.
Yeah, Dobbsy, are you heading up to cover Elvanalon?
Yes, I will.
Right, let's see if Dobbsy can see. Although Dobbsy doesn't have dark vision either, does he?
Well, I can always cast a light cantrip on him if he wants.
Yeah, can do, bud.
So
the door to the east, I probably would have checked. I'll check that now that I can't see anybody coming along the corridor, which is a good sign. I'll check the door to the east. Put my ear to it.
Right, as you put your ear to the door, a voice says, in a low, croaking voice, "No, dearie, don't listen at my door. Just come right in. What act of desperation compels you to enter my home, little darling?"
Well, she invited you in. That means you're a guest.
Let's split the pie. It's always a great idea.
I'd say greetings. I thought you were you were injured in some way. I thought I could help. I thought I heard a noise. Somebody crying.
Lying doesn't become us, dearie. Please enter my parlour.
Okay, then I'll go in.
The door opens and you step inside, and then magically the door snaps shut behind you. Two creatures are having a conversation over tea in the middle of the room. The first is a figure seated in a time-worn armchair. She's tall, lean woman of grey complexion, dressed in black, with a wide-brimmed hat obscuring her eyes. The other figure is a toad-like creature with bulging eyes and cracked skin. It's clad in a shapeless garment and sits on one end of a love seat with its leg pulled up beneath it. Flies flit into and out of its mouth, which hangs agape when it isn't speaking. Two tiny versions of the creature cling to it like pets. The room is filthy. Dirty dishes, bits of discarded food lied everywhere. The furniture that was perhaps once of fine quality is now stained with stains of mysterious origin. Ooh. They mottle every surface and the upholstery has been patched numerous times. Set with its back to the wall in one corner is a hulking wooden cabinet. 6 sturdy legs support the bottom of the cabinet 6 inches above the floor. A decrepit wooden staircase climbs up the wall in another corner. "Please, come and sit down," she gestures to the settee. The door is slammed shut behind you.
I'll go and sit down. I'll be hospitable. I'll say, it's great to meet the famous lady. I take it you're Lady Bavlornas?
Yes, dearie. Yes, I am. So as you step on the settee, you can see the floors all covered in mildew and the cups are cracked and dirty. She says, "Will you be ma'am?" And indicates the tea. Right, the rest of you guys. Elvanalon's displayed upstairs.
I'll keep searching till someone tells me I've either done all the searching.
You have done all of your searching.
Where is everybody? I'll go outside and have a look around.
You head outside. You see everybody just kind of standing around and next to the taxidermy room at the other end of the room.
I'll go upstairs, see what she's up to.
I'll follow you.
Hey, I'll follow them up. I'll follow them up.
Right, so the rest of you head up the stairs and appear in the small hallway which I described but you had not seen earlier.
As if by magic.
As if by magic, I dragged you across. Hopefully everybody can actually see the hallway, yes?
I don't have the new map yet, I don't think.
Scroll out
It's the same map,
again.
it's further.
Yes, it's alright. I can say it. I can say it.
You hear talking from the other room in a raspy, croaking voice.
Ooh. I'll barge over the door and knock on the door and go, "Hello, Mrs. Bavlornas, are you in?"
Yes, please, come in, have some tea.
I'll go in.
Yeah, you notice, Tracy, that the figure speaking is the bulging, frog-eyed one, rather than the tall, slender, good-looking lady.
May I ask your name and I'll look at the tall, slender lady?
This is my colleague, Charm.
Nice to meet you.
I just need to check your facts and figures. Everybody except Nutmeg and Sheila. You all notice the charm doesn't cast a shadow. You step into the room.
Oh, shit.
You all step into the room and see. I'll just pop Slack-jawed Lorna on here for you.
I'll go, charmed, I'm sure.
The tall lady goes, yes, very funny. I've never heard that one before.
Really? I thought that would have happened all the time.
Elvana is sitting next to Charm.
I thought it was Bavlorna.
No.
I got confused.
Oh, no, yeah.
I thought she was on the shears launch.
It's deliberately confusing.
It is confusing.
No, I was just having some gossip with my companion here regarding those sisters of mine. What? Please, as you're in my house, allow me to ask, what can I do for you?
It's more wondering what we could do for you, and we've been sightseeing your wonderful kingdom here, and it's quite fascinating. And obviously, we've always wanted to meet yourself. We've travelled a long way to come and meet you.
While Elvanalo is distracting her with beautiful conversation, I will reach into my bag, pull out the book, put it on the floor, and nudge it under the settee.
Okay.
But I will be as surreptitious as you expect me to be able to be.
I would like a sleight of hand check, or are you deliberately trying to fail?
No, I'll make slight hand. I'm not deliberately failing. I'm just expecting to fail horribly.
I'm going to give you an open roll. I'm not even going to ask you to things so you can see how terrible you do it.
As Nutmeg tries...
Sleight of hand. Everybody looks as Nutmeg begins to whistle, pierces his hands behind his back, and then quite obviously start kicking this book under the settee.
Oh, look, there's a book down here. Have you lost a book? Can I be deceptive?
You can, but you're going to be a disadvantage. Go on, be disadvantagedly deceptive.
I'm brilliant, me.
You get a 1.
So she never noticed a thing.
Not a thing.
Brilliant. I'm like a fucking spy, me.
Well, let's talk turkey, shall we?
Oh, drumsticks are best.
Have you come for a deal, dearie? All people seek out Bavlorna for a deal.
What kind of deal?
She sniffs the air, and she sniffs Elvanalo, and she sniffs Subsy. I smell you.
I hope. I know it's been a while since I've had a good bath. I hope I'll sniff myself. I hope I don't smell too bad in your presence.
No, I have something of yours. My minion brought it from the carnival.
Oh, yes. We were looking for that thing. Seem to have lost it somehow, mislaid it.
Yeah, you were a naughty girl, weren't you? That's why you lost it.
Well, I can't remember as being naughty because, I lost it so long ago when I was so very, very young. So I can't remember doing
I took that legitimately.
Wrong.
Those lying bastards at the carnival, Mr. Witch and Mr. Light, they tried to cheat me out of my deal. I'm entitled to take something from all the people that don't pay to get in the carnival as per the fair deal. And those bastards, they issued everybody wings so that everybody, they knew who had paid. They were trying to cheat me, those bastards, trying to help the kiddies. I'll do them. I will. Nobody cheats Bavlorna.
But it's a little bit, wrong, really, isn't it, to expect a child of such a young age. I think I must have only been about 4 or 5 at the time. When I vaguely recall just the odd flitting memory of coming across a carnival. So only the odd bit here and an odd bit there. It's very mismatched. I can't remember it all, to be perfectly honest. Like I say, it was so long ago.
Yeah, well, what I took was by right, by fey bargain. Is that why you're here, to get it back?
But you didn't bargain with her, though.
No,
I didn't have to. Fey law says thieves and oathbreakers don't get to suffer the protections of a fake bargain.
As a child, though, you can't exactly expect a child to have that decision making and know the difference between giving up something and doing wrong. It's such a young, innocent age.
She giggles and lets a croak out, and then a long tongue flicks out, catches a fly as she swallows it. You realise that she's laughing, and she says, "Didn't your mummy and daddy tell you not to steal?"
Oh, my mother, and I'll spit. Just not worth the light of day. She's no mother.
So who's playing mother and pouring from this cracked teapot into the dirty cup?
I'll do it.
So you begin to pour the watery tea. It's got little bits of moss floating in it. Please, I wouldn't like to be a bad host. Enjoy a nice cup of tea.
To be perfectly honest, I've never really needed the thing you stole, so I think you lost out, really. You could have took something that was, a bit more useful. I've gotten by all this time without it, so, to be perfectly honest, I don't really need it, do I?
Oh no, Davy. Oh no. I take the things that people forfeit. I make them spin them into the most wondrous magical items.
But the thing is, I never forfeited anything. So what you got a really bum deal. Mr. Witch, Mr. Light really did one over on you.
Oh no, I made a most beautiful magical quill from the thing I took from you.
Well, good on you, but I won't be making any bargains to get that back. I don't need it.
That's a shame, because I could do with just a little thing doing. Well,
wouldn't you like a little bit more of this? And I'll sort of jester down my regality. Do you know who I am in my land? I am someone of importance.
I'm the leader of this realm. It bends to my will and whim.
Right then, Mrs. Bavlornas. We two things taken from our companions from the Carnival of Light, Witchlight. I believe we've got a chap here who wants his head, and some bloke, Elmer, who wants his 2 thumbs. So, what would you like for them?
Oh, I haven't lost anything. I don't know why. If anyone says they have, they're lying to you.
Well, before we can deal, I'd acquire thrice tasks performed.
All right, okay.
Well, there's no harm in listening to these tasks, then.
That's a fair
on.
Well, first of all, my bog's all blocked up. You've probably seen the pool down in the basement.
Oh,
there's something blocking the bog up, and I need that fixed. And I'm missing a book.
I do see you are full of shit, like.
Be careful, dearie. You're getting awfully close to violating the rule of hospitality. I don't know what would happen to you should you decide to break that rule. Not in fairy.
I put my hand up.
We're not at school, love. You don't have to put your hand up.
I never went to school, thank you very much. It's a lie and a false rumour that I have been educated. What kind of book was it?
It's my book of bad blood. It's where I put the names of people I'm going to get.
Oh, you mean like this book here that's under this settee? I am, of course, a detective. I'll hand her the book and go, so that's one thing, Dan. And now you owe us one thing back.
No, Daria. It's 3 things before I owe you anything.
3 things?
But yes, somehow, and she looks round the room suspiciously and then at you suspiciously, somehow I mislaid my book under my own settee.
Have you ever left anything lying around and then found it days later where it should have been but wasn't? And people always say, blame the fairies. Well, I think it's down to stealing little buggers.
Yes, she looks right at you. Right, well, that's 1 task of 3. The remaining 2 will be much more difficult. I need my bog unblocked, and I need a package picked up.
What's the package?
There's a big crate of tribute with animal parts for me to stuff in me taxidermy room. I need somebody to go and get it.
Okay, clean the bog and get your animal bit.
Clean the bog, get the box.
Yeah.
Is there any requisite methods that we use to clean your toilet?
I
Chemicals?
don't know. I'm not a toilet cleaning expert.
I'll have you know, I used to do an awful lot of that back in the, watch I did, punishment duty for dereliction of duty. I'll say that like I think dereliction of duty is a promotion.
So, all I've gotten so far is a bit of bad mouthing off the lovely lady here. Nobody else has said anything. What are you here for? Well, apart from short stuff.
I'll look around to see who she means with by short stuff.
No, she's pointing at, she's pointing her long, pointy nose at Sheila.
Yeah, well, we said what we're all thinking because he's clever like that.
Well, I only have made the most magnificent magical items from 2 of you. The rest of you I don't smell.
The thing is, you say you've made stuff into magical items that they're of no use in that form. So you're breaking a promise by saying you'd return the item, like the thing that we've lost. You can't gain the thing that we've lost if you've transformed it into something else.
I'll put my hand up again.
I've told you don't have to put your hand up, dearie.
You just eat it. If you eat it, you get the magic.
I ain't eating a quill, dear.
No, that's how it works. You eat it and you get all the magic inside you.
No, you don't.
You do.
You don't.
Don't you? I'll say to Bavlornas, don't you? Don't you? Don't you?
I look at the children and tell them to shut up. As we were saying before, I believe that your sisters may have the other things that were taken from us.
She hawks her, and because she's very frog-like, it's a massive loogie and spits on the floor. Don't talk to me about those rotten bitches.
And wouldn't it be a shame if they lose what they stole, eh?
Rumour has it that your sisters are working on a plot to take over your kingdom.
They always bloody are. Bastards. They're not nice like I am. I'm the nice one. I'm the pretty one as well. You should see the other two. Ugly buggers they are.
I think there's something wrong with your mirror, especially the one in the corridor.
You complete these 3 tasks and then we'll deal. Maybe for the head, maybe for the thumbs, maybe for the things that you lost. I have a chore that I need doing, but I need you to prove that you're good enough to do it by cleaning my bog.
Yeah, right.
Sorry guys, but that's a no-go area. I ain't cleaning anybody else's bog.
I'll look around the room. Does anything look like a plunger?
No. There's a lot of detritus around here.
I'll start searching through the detritus for a plunger or large stick.
You notice in the corner there's a cabinet made of wood covered with patches of bark and moss, in addition to the other stuff, and there's also some stairs leading up.
Right, I'll just go and find your shit stick and I'll have this done in 2 minutes.
Flipping heck, I don't believe you're doing that.
From what she's described, it's the well that was in the middle of that pool.
Yeah, I figured.
Oh God!
But I'm role playing mighty, do you see? So I'm gonna go off and find a stick to poke down the well, preferably a plunger, but without a plunger, just a breaker up will do. It should have a coat hanger, a wire coat hanger.
You can get a wire coat hanger.
All right, I'll be like, so you haven't got a shit stick, you don't have a plunger, you got a wire coat hanger.
Take my advice, boy. Don't go by yourself. Last one I dropped down there, it was like King Kong's finger.
Yeah, amateur.
I'll go with nutmeg.
Oh God, no!
I look at Elvira. Can you cast that moonbeam spell?
Yep.
Well, cast it down the well. See if it breaks things up.
Oh, shit's not living, is it?
Well, it won't be able to get hit by that moonbeam.
So Nutmeg and Brickway head downstairs. You stand either side of the well. Is anybody else going, or are you just leaving?
I'll go with them. I'll go with them. I have a feeling they may need prayers said for them.
I'll cast guidance on Nutmeg before he disappears with a stick.
So for wire coat hanger and merely the rest of the party, you should be able to see yourselves back in the pool room now.
Yep.
So what you do, Nutmeg, right? You tie the coat hanger to the end of the stick. You dip the stick in the well, hold the other end of the stick.
Are you there?
We are here, yes.
Yep.
No, just that you cut off halfway through.
Yeah, is standing in the corner.
Now, what I meant to say is that Nutmeg, you straddle the well, you tie the coat hanger to the bottom of the stick, you dip the stick into the well, and on the other end of the stick, you run it between your hands around it to make it whisk.
I'm going to do something a little bit like that, yeah.
Right, so you get guidance from...
and I can't see a thing, I just got a black map.
And you...
I'll stay here and keep an eye on things, guys. I ain't
going to scroll right out. Right, I'll lean in the well with my coat hanger and give it a swish about.
Right, you swish the coat hanger about, and then it feels kind of gloopy and odd. You lift the coat hanger up, and the end of the coat hanger is melted off. And then the water in the bottom of the well begins to bubble.
I'll turn around and
get out of the road.
I'll A, get out of the road, B, I'll turn around and say, oh, I think she had a curry.
And as you do this, you're standing next to the well holding this thing. It bubbles up. Bloop, bloop, foul, disgusting ooze and turds and detritus and water pops out of the top and bubbles over like a pan boiling over.
I'm getting to the stairs.
Why do you think I was stood over here?
Creature bursts out and will roll some initiative as it goes for you. Select all PCs. Select all NPCs.
It's a gelatinous whole thing.
It's a gelatinous poo.
I would like to apologise to the rest of the group ahead of time. for the things that I am going to be forced to do, etc.
It's a gelatinous poo. Right, first of all is the NPCs that are not with you. Nutmeg, you go first. It's this giant oozing thing with turds floating in it and stuff like that. Comes out the top. Yeah.
I'm going to rage. Get the dice.
You rage. I've got the dice. I'm ready to roll. Are you ready to hear?
I'm ready to hear.
Roll results. Ready? It's going to be in chat, boys. Oh.
It's going to be the dummies.
That flappy thing that you killed and is under the table hops out. The music starts. Dung, 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 dung. And then it jerks about on its little tentacles. Dung, 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 dung.
Right, all of my combat is now going to be in the same dance steps as Thriller. And at this moment, there is sparks and magic flying off me like someone sharpening a knife.
That purpley colour is popping off you. Are you moving with the creature? Because it will get a attack upon you.
Nope, I'm standing still and I'm going to lash it.
Right. So you lash the creature. I need to find out what the hell this creature does. Right, so you lash it. Go ahead, lash it, Nutmeg. It's a hit on the creature. It does some damage. And,
you little bastard, you!
Your mace thing goes in. It makes a blooping noise. And you can see weird stuff inside it. Is that your turn, Nutmeg?
Oh, God, Elvis.
It is my turn because I think I only have one attack.
You does so far.
It does so far, so that is my turn.
I can't believe the fucking thing doing the Thriller dance. Oh my God. Braywick, it's your turn. You are quite startled to see this small octopus thing doing the Thriller dance as the beat continues in the background. Dung, 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 dung.
I'm actually in two minds as to how to throw the dart at it. I think we shall throw the dart at the gelatinous cube thing.
It hits the dart, goes in and begins to sizzle. Right. It does damage, but you've lost the dart as it quickly melts away.
Yeah, that's all right. I don't think there's much else I can do at the moment. No, that'll do me for this turn. Okay. Sort out what I'm going to do next turn.
It bubbles over, Earl, and it moves over on top of you and engulfs you. You must make a DC 12 Destitution save. Hang on a sec.
I can see it, can't I? Because I've got danger sense, so I get advantage.
DC 12 Dexterity save. Request roll. Don't forget to click advantage if you've got advantage.
Oh, I'm Destitution.
Oh, wow. So you are engulfed. As Nutmeg appears inside and you begin to sizzle and burn all over. The creature takes acid damage and can't breathe. So you take some nutmeg damage. Let me just target you.
It's going to make me proper angry now.
It's going to proper hurt now. You take 12 points of burning damage.
Hang on a minute.
You can't breathe and are now restrained. And I've just restrained myself. Perhaps that was not the best thing to do.
Sort of thing that happens to me quite a lot, to be honest.
You are restrained and being pulled along by the thing that goes bloop, bloop, bloop. I don't think it has multi-attack. No, it doesn't. Thank God for that. So, Dobbsy, you're still in melee range, but it's moved on top of Nutmeg. And he's now inside going... And you can see him sort of moving inside this gigantic jelly.
Yes. Can I I can probably still hit it from where I am now, can't I? And I'm behind.
Yeah, it's
so will I get sneak attack?
You will not, because nobody's within 5 feet of you. You could move round it and neck adjacent to...
Which square
Nutmeg,
is Earl in?
The bottom right-hand square. Sorry, bottom left, the other right.
All right. I'm just checking the features.
Anyway, you're a swashbuckler. You get sneak attack automatically. Yeah. Okay. So you do get sneak attack. You automatically get.
Can I start lopping the bits off this cube to get Earl out?
He's on the other side of it, so you can start digging into it if you like, yes.
Yeah, okay.
So don't forget to put your sneak attack damage on and then make your attack.
I'm just seeing if I get... I'm sure one of the things I can attack on bonus action as well.
You can. It's an offhand attack. So which weapon are you holding in your main hand?
Rapier.
And which hand is your offhand weapon?
Dagger.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Okay, go ahead. You need to hit. So get stabby with your rapier first. It's a hit, so you stab deeply into the creature, and it does damage. It hisses slightly as you slash at it, and then offhand with the dagger. Again, the magical dagger slices into it. A large chunk of jelly comes off and lands on the floor next to you. Is that your turn?
I think it is. I don't think there's anything else I can do.
Okay, Elvanlor is upstairs because she refuses to clean a bog. She's too good for that, is my lady.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I draw the line at that. Oh.
See a look. Right, so you move adjacent to Earl.
I'll stab the bit of it that doesn't have Earl in it with my rapier.
That seems like a sensible thing to do.
Right.
Excellent. You stab it and chunks of this big gooey thing start to fall apart, but it is still going. Although Dobbsy has cut off one corner, so it's less of a square and now more of a
hexagon?
Yeah, hexagon. Is that your turn there, Sheila?
Yeah, unless I can like grab and what you call it and trying to pull them out is a bonus action or something like that.
You can stick your hand in. Do you want to do that?
I thought, is there not a bit of them sticking out?
No, he's completely engulfed.
All right then.
But you can reach your hand in if you wish.
Nah, fine.
Okay.
I'm dirty enough.
Actually, Earl's going to be pretty clean. All of his skin's burning off. He's going to be bright red and no hair.
Oh, God.
And we're back to Nutmeg. You take some more acid damage as you were engulfed. You can attempt to pull yourself free. It's a DC 12 strength check if you wish to do so.
I am going to continue raging and smash myself free.
Okay. So that is DC 12 strength check. Let me have a look at the engulfed. Yeah, DC 12 strength check. You can escape and appear within 5 feet of your location.
Okay.
You should have advantage because you're raging.
Right.
He's wretched.
Dung, 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 dung. Yes, you managed to get free. Excellent work, sir.
Can't select myself, sadly.
Well, let me just move that to the side. There you go. I'll remove the restrained effect from you. And
I'll pop out there,
Yeah.
but I've got nothing else to do this round, have I?
you haven't because you've used your action.
I'll use my bonus action to threaten it. I'm going to do you.
You've come out dripping with green slime. Your hair's started fizzing and burning away. Your skin's all red as it's peeling off. It's burnt off all of your lovely glitter. Your clothes are decaying.
It's burnt my glitter.
Britwick.
Right.
Nutmeg has torn himself free, but he does not look great.
Right. First thing I
He
make
looks fabulous.
is move down the bottom of the steps.
Yeah.
Now I'm probably going to get this all in the wrong bloody order. Hang on, just give me a minute to check. Right. For my attack action, I am going to chuck a dart at it again.
Okay.
And then we'll do the bonus action.
It hits. It doesn't seem hard to hit, but you've lost those 2 darts permanently.
Yeah. And then, as my bonus action, I am going to cast my Arms of the Astral Self thing.
Yeah, so 2 extra transparent blue glowing arms pop out of you.
Yep. Now, which effects do I put on me?
It's hard to say.
Both of them?
No, just the first one. The Arms of the Effect Astral Self.
Right. Oh, actually, sorry, I should have moved a bit further.
Need AFK like 1 minute. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, no problem.
Oh, bother.
Just crack on.
You've got to be 10 feet or something. It's 10 feet.
Yeah.
Right, so martial art hands come out. Actually, you can make them look whatever you like, so it's up to you.
Oh, just another pair of glowing arms. Now, it also says, because, you summon them like that as a bonus action. All right, I say, right, no, it's all right, yeah. So I can't do anything with them this turn, can I?
Not if it's a bonus action to summon.
No, right, hang on, yeah, because you spend it there. As a bonus action to summon the arms. Right, that's okay. Right, so that'll be me then, I think.
Okie dokie. So that is you. It is back to the beastie. It has very bad int, so it's got a 50-50 chance of pseudopod or engulfing. Low is pseudo. Yeah, it fires a pseudopod and it can hit any of you 3. It has no discerning thing, so I'm going to roll randomly. 1 to 2 is Dobbsy, 3 to 4 is Earl, 5 to 6 is Sherlock. Earl, there's a surprise there. So it continues to target Earl and lashes out a pseudopod, which bounces off Earl's dressing gown. Lucky.
Oh.
Dobbsy.
I will attack it again.
Okay, don't forget to put your effect on. I will make it so it automatically puts your effect on because you basically have sneak attack 9 times out of 10 being a swashbuckler. So that's it, put your damage on and then stab it main hand first. You hit with your rapier, do the damage. Oh, it's a good hit. A great chunk of the goo flies off it and lands hissing in the water. It is still going, however. Another hit with the dagger. The old 1-2, slicey. Is that your turn, Mr. McShergar?
It is.
That's the on-turn one, and it is 1d6 damage, isn't it? Right, so next up we have Shelock once more. Little fumes. Network fumes as he slowly hisses and sizzles, covered in goo.
Right, I'll give it another stabby stab.
Okay.
And that's it.
Right, you stab the creature and do a small amount of damage. Okay, doke. Bavlornas. Nutmeg, we're back to you.
I'll smash it
With the thing.
with my bonker.
Bonk away, good sir. Bonk away. Right, the creature is... lots of it is sloughed off, and it's looking in a bad way. Sadly, it doesn't have the brains to surrender. Is that your turn, Mr. Meg?
It is.
Britwick, we are back to you again.
Right. Arms of the astral self, I think. Now, how do I do this? Because this looks awfully confusing.
I have absolutely no idea. Let's find out together, shall we?
I think it's this one.
Let's have a look.
Give it a good bonking.
Yep, it's definitely that one. And
It doesn't seem too hard to hit, however.
And according to this, where are we?
It takes
the arm.
It takes 2 of those d4s damage.
Yeah, and I can deal radiant or necrotic damage, my choice. I think we'll have necrotic.
Right, well...
And because I've done that, I can have an extra attack with my astral arms as a bonus action.
Sweet.
So you do 2d4 again. So it's just a...
Yeah, so that's 10 points in necrotic damage it's taken.
Yeah, lash as your arms punch into it, leaving fist marks into the jelly-like substance of the skin.
Yep.
Nice. Creature still going, has a turn. Okay, high-low. High-low to see whether it's pseudopods or engulfs. High, it engulfs. So it'll go for Dobbsy 1 to 2, Sherlock 3 to 4, and Earl 5 to 6. 1. It goes for Dobbsy, so the other 2 of you can get an opportunity attack if you wish, as it moves on top of Dobbsy and engulfs.
I'll smash it recklessly.
And I presume I can't because I'm too far away.
Yeah, you've got to be within 5 foot to make an attack. So as it moves over to Dobbsy, it looms over you like a tidal wave. Dobbsy about to crash down on you. There's a flurry of action from behind it, and it sort of loses cohesion, goes bloop, and just disappears into the water around the
cool. Pool. Would that even be the case? Because the arms have a reach of 10 foot.
Yeah, I believe as a reaction, you've got to be in melee range of 5 foot.
All right, just checking because I didn't know.
We can check up, but I think that's the rule.
No, it's fine. I didn't know because I've never had a weapon with reach before.
It goes boop, and dissolves in the pool. So now...
I have to say, that is not the worst thing I've ever seen come out of the toilet.
There's holes burnt in your dressing gown, your ruff, all of your glitter's burnt off, your hair and your skin is all bright red where it's been burned by acid.
I will shout, "You bastard, you stole my fucking glitter!"
And like there's holes in your clothes and they're still hissing. You duck yourself under the water to neutralise the acid, but it's burnt hole in all of your clothes and your shoes and your socks and everything.
It's all right, Nutmeg. You can have some of my glitter. I say hopping about from foot to foot and going, waggling those arms about. Right. So if there's outlaws down there.
It's a good job you're bloody dead, I'll say to it.
Now... as the thing has gone, water begins to resume in a torrent as it pours. I would say fresh, but it's lake water, so it's brackish and muddy, and it refills the pool up to its minimum fill level, where you can see where the algae is like a line around the wall, and the water gushes in, refilling the pool. Was
there anything inside that cube? Just turds?
Just turds. There was nothing fun inside it at all.
Checking.
Nice.
I don't know, that one looks like it could get a record.
Could be a magic turd.
It is indeed a King Kong's finger. Apparently the ones that go around dungeons are the ones that collect treasure. The ones that sit in people's bogs do not. Well, you apparently have fixed the bog. What would you like to do now?
Can I use the astral arms to try and collect some of the glitter I have left on myself so I can give it to Nutmeg?
Yeah, these glowing arms attempt to scatter a bit of glitter to make you feel a little better, Nutmeg.
I will smile at him, forlornly, but a smile nonetheless. Oh, it's better than nothing, mate.
I cast healing word on Nutmeg.
Oh, thank you very much, mate.
You can heal him back up, but it still will take several days or a week or so to regrow his skin and eyebrows and things. You feel a little better. You may need to get some calamine lotion on that.
Oh, no, I was thinking of plucking my eyebrows to go with my ensemble.
Well, maybe we cut a bit of rough off one of the roughs and stick them on you where your eyebrows were?
No, it's quite all right. So the question remains, what else did she want us to do?
Get a package?
All right, I'll just ask her where the package is and go and pick it up. Can't be that hard.
You remember she'd said that it was tribute, and you recall a box that was marked for Bavlornas tribute in the hut of
the rabbits. Those pesky rabbits.
No, in the hut of the revolutionaries. If you recall, there was a crate marked Bavlorna, and you asked what it was.
Yeah, we should go and get that. We'll get the gang together and go and pick up the box.
Right, so you head back upstairs to where Elvana Law waits. Are you still drinking tea, Tracy?
I'm not drinking anything. Not with my history. She's worse than his bloody stepmother.
Nutmeg looks much worse for wear as he walks in. No hair. Holes have been burnt in his clothing, and his skin is bright red where it's burnt the top layer of skin off. As you walk back in, guys.
I'll lean against the wall and cross all four of my arms.
I'll do something for that redness.
Oh, thank you.
Bavlorna says, did you sort the bog out then?
I can't target him.
Sorted, but I think you might have scored a small record there because that was a big bastard.
Richie, you put it on my turn so I can target him to do stuff on him.
Mm-hmm. Shouldn't need that to do stuff, though.
It wouldn't let us do it.
Back in a second. I'll write in my notebook. Do not flush. Gone for a minute. Getting a tape measure could be a record. And I'll nip down and put that on the outside of the bog.
Okay.
There we go. And your clothes look a little bit worse than wear, and I will use mending on his clothes.
Oh, you've got mending. You mend his clothes, so his skin is still red and will remain so for a week at least. But you mend his clothes as good as new.
I'll kiss her on the cheek and then I'll blush outrageously. I am that happy that I have got my ensemble back.
You're welcome.
Right, we'll go and get your box off the rebels then.
Yeah, that sounds like something that should be done. And then once you've done thrice favours for me, we can deal.
Okay,
and as you are talking, in walks Agadon, that damnable Herringon who escaped with a blue scarf, who kept branding you. You notice you can see him again now, and your brands have faded over time.
Oh, hello, you prick.
That's exactly what I was going to say to him.
God, Lorna, you're not dealing with these goddamn cowards, are you? I offered them a duel and they all attacked me.
You never specified who. I mean, by its very nature, a duel involves more than two people.
He waves about his brand. Yeah, if you ever wanted a rematch, I'll be happy to oblige.
Could I reach from here with one of my astral arms and take the brand out of his hand?
You could try, yes.
I say to this Ragon, you want a match? You're facing my arse.
Oh, very vicious.
Do you know we could settle things right here, right now?
Bavlorna snaps and her eyes glitter, and she suddenly has a malevolent presence, almost as if the room fills with darkness, and she says, now fighting in my house, dearies, do we have an accord? You'll be violating the rule of hospitality.
I think you already did that with the toilet.
I wasn't going to fight him. I was just going to take that damnable brand off him until we got back outside, and then I would return it to him.
He could hurt someone with it. Again?
With a tube of Vaseline.
Right. So you get me my tribute, and then we can deal.
Well, I know what we could ask for, and I'll look up and down that guy and his brand. Come on, let's go and see the rebels.
So there's a boat at the dock, so you head down and boat across the lake to the rebels' house.
Did you notice when you said the tribute that's in the hut of the rebels, she never batted an eyelid at that?
I don't think she cares about the
I was just going to say, what I meant was, I'm sure she probably is fully aware of the coup that's coming.
Yeah, she gets more tribute every coup.
Yeah, so you arrive at the hut of the rebels, the door is shut.
I'll knock on the door.
You knock on the door. One of those little sliding hatches slides to one side, and a big pair of bullywug guys sort of looks left and right and goes, what is the password? Viva la revolution!
What was the password again?
Dogs barking, can't fly without umbrellas.
There wasn't a password. You handed it a note under the door.
Oh, we give you a note already?
Well, monsieur, that is not very patriotic, but I guess I can let you in. The revolution has started. My comrades have gone. They have left me just to guard the tribute. And you hear the sound of a large bolt being drawn back and the door spins over. He snaps to froggy attention. Very soon, we shall be free of the the yoke of the evil King Gullop.
Well, you see, Bavlorna has said that we have to pick up a tribute from you unless you want her to think you're holding out on her.
Oh, I want a DC 12 persuasion check. I was not told this. I was just told to guard the treasure.
Well, you can come with us if you want.
DC 12 persuasion check.
I am trying to find my persuasion. It has persuaded itself to bugger off. I am proper good at persuading people, see?
You is. Oh, he says, of course, you are taking part in the revolution. It must be a part of the plan. I am a mere pawn. I do not know this. And he indicates the chest on the other side of the room.
Time, actually. And I'll go and pick the chest up and say, come on, job done.
Right, so you grab the chest and head back to the boat without issue. Rowing back across the lake, you arrive back at Lorna's hut through the mist.
Is it worth, while we're in the boat going across the lake, that we rifle through the box to see if what's-his-face's head's in there?
Could be a good plan.
You rifle through the box, but you find that there is a bunch of dead, smelly animal carcasses.
Yeah.
A couple of hunter's traps, I think, and a crossbow. I think that's what's in there. I can check for you, but it's mostly dead, smelly animal carcasses. You think that Bavlorna possibly has a taxidermy thing going.
Aye.
And then barring any other plans, it's easy enough to head back up the stairs and arrive back in the study carrying the crate.
Yeah, I'll walk in, put the crate down on the table and go, I have got, me and my companions have recovered said chest from the revolutionaries.
Well, now, aren't you the little treasures?
Now I think they're in the box.
I'm standing up and moving away from that charm. Just in case things break out here.
Oh, I think you're fine. She's quite charming.
Right, she says, deeds for me you have done thrice, so now I'm inclined to be nice to you.
Oh, it's very kind of you indeed.
What is it that you want exactly?
You could return the kingdom back to its rightful owner.
Once again her eyes glitter and the room apparently fills with darkness around you. Don't you mention that horrible little sister of ours. And then in a flash, the darkness is gone and she's speaking with a big smile on her face again. I tell you what I'll do. You tell me what you want and I tell you what I need to get for that.
Well, let's see. Obviously, there's the two things missing from our comrades. The head and the thumbs.
This I can deal for. Right, what I want is to stick that bloody older sister of mine.
Hold on. We've already carried out missions.
No, that was just to get us at the bargaining table.
Oh, that was to repay me for the hospitality and the tea, dearie.
I didn't have any tea.
No, but you were offered it. Hospitality.
Yeah, hospitality.
I will do everything in my power to stop you getting killed. I want you to go to thither and deal a blow to my older sister, Scaratha, that bitch. I will give you all the things that you require, and I will provide transport to thither. And all I want is a portrait. It lies in Lomelurch, where my sister lives.
What's his portrait?
Well, it's like a picture, isn't it?
What?
It's a picture of my older sister, Scabatha.
If I did agree to go along with my comrades to do this mission, am I within my right to renegotiate instead of gaining the thing back that you see you've took from me for something else?
Tracy, the thing is that you feel a piece of your soul missing. It's the entire reason that you've been going.
I thought
it's that important to you. It's actually a piece of your soul is missing.
All right.
It's the whole reason, Doctor, that you went on for a journey in the first place.
All right. I got the impression, that I'd done without it for all this length of time, and that, I'd gotten quite accustomed to not having it.
Oh no! It's actually it's a great sorrow to each of you that the piece of your soul.
All right. Okay.
Well, I ain't lost nothing.
You get me that portrait and return it within 8 days, and I will even front you the items that you require.
That's very kind of you.
Do we have an accord?
You said you've put these items in a form of something else. Can you return it to its original form and reinstate that?
Yes, dear. Once you hold the item in your hand, it will go. The magic will flow back into you.
All right, that's that.
Could you do it by eating it?
I don't want to eat it.
Well,
you talk on things.
Yeah, but could you?
You could do. It's not necessary, but you could, yes.
So I was right. See, told you I know all about this magic shit.
You don't go around eating everything.
But I only have 2 of the items. My bitch sisters must have the other items that you are missing.
That seems fair enough. So go and borrow a painting and bring it back.
Within 8 days, dearie.
Within 8 days.
Seems simple enough.
Is there a reason for the 8 days, other than it being an incredibly lucky number?
It's magic and it's ineffable.
Yeah, you got to be careful of ineffable. Yeah, I'll do it.
I'm so pleased that you said that. She spits in her hand 3 times and says, do you speak for this party?
I don't know. I'll have to ask him. I'll turn around. Do I speak for this party?
Yeah, why not?
As long as she doesn't go back on our word with anything.
I'll point at my finger at Sheila and go, you probably should talk to him because he's all kind of brainy.
I walk up to her and hold out my hand.
Right. Spittle drips off it where she's spat into it 3 times. She goes, shake on it.
I spit my hand 3 times and shake her hand.
Right, you grasp her hand, and as you do, you actually feel magic happening around your hand. And whatever it is, it can't be good. We have a deal, she says. You all of you tingle a little bit. Right, just follow me, dearies. She gets up and walks up the stairs. Those 2 little weed things, they're like smaller versions of that, move at lightning speed. They're literally a blur as they dart hither and thither around the room. And then she leads you upstairs into the bedroom, which is kind of disgusting. A ball of light bobs above the rafters, casting shadows over the room, in which the owner's messy habits are on full display. Rumpled and moulded rugs share floor space with food scraps, stacks of dirty dishes and tipped over clay pots whose plants have long since died. The bed that occupies one corner of the room has a pile of straw in place of a mattress, and the opposite corner stands a squat chest of drawers with a watering can resting atop it. The only other furnishing of note is a stocky wooden chest with a sturdy iron padlock. It sits in another corner between 2 closed doors. Follow me, dearie. Sorry, it's a bit messy. I haven't had the cleaners round lately. However, she leads you to a room in the back of the... Obviously, he's just appeared outside the room and fallen to his death.
What?
She leads you to a room in the back of her bedroom. She unlocks the door and opens it and leads you inside. So many things vie for your attention in this room. The musty room looks like a miser's attic, lying in tall heaps of discarded blankets, quilts and cushions and clothing of all shapes and sizes, not to mention musical instruments, toys, dolls, jewellery, boxes, flower vases, child-sized caskets and broken furniture. Among the heaps of junk are a few oddities, including a stag skull hanging on one wall. Clapperclaw goes, that's it, that's mine. A white porcelain jar with chicken legs standing on a table. A fancy helmet placed on the faceless head of a wooden mannequin, and a 5-foot-long bronze statue of a giant frog squatting in the corner, its mouth agape and filled with impenetrable darkness. A weak croaking sound calls your attention to a tiny, shriveled figure lying on the floor. It lets out a gasp before dying. Bavlorna. It's one of those lawnling things, the tiny little creatures. Bavlorna flies into a fury. What happened? What happened here? Somebody's been in my room.
Did I rob her room? I don't think I did I?
She casts a glare about the room.
I look innocent.
You see, you catch out the corner of your eye a shadow moving across the wall and dragging behind it a small spool of thread.
Can we stand on the end of the thread?
Towards the door.
Do I notice this as well?
Yeah.
I'll stand in the doorway.
I will blow my whistle and say, stop thief!
Right. Bavlorna spins around and a strange shadowy creature, or a 2-dimensional shadow on the wall, is apparently dragging a spool of thread. It bobs and weaves in the ball of light. Bavlorna's eyes glitter and she seems to grow in size. She says, my bitch sister sent you. I cast ye back down to the depths. She raises a hand, and before you can even speak, magical energy blasts forth from her hand, necrotic black purple energy. The shadow itself screams, slowly fading as bits of shadow dissipate. She scorches the wall. And she seems to have grown to like 15 feet tall as this energy destroys the shadow completely and utterly.
I'll go over. Sorry, go on.
And she bends forward, picks that and goes, this is mine. I really need you to get me that portrait so I can teach this bitch. That was one of Charm's men. She says something to one of the Londons. That bitch Charm, catch her quick. And it dashes out the room, whoosh, blur like a flash, and it dissipates out the room.
I'll go to the destroyed bit of waste on the floor and go, you are under arrest. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say will be ignored because I'm not very good at writing notes.
That wall's going to need repainting.
Yeah, she said. And she seems to, although she didn't grow, it was like a presence that got larger. She seems to have shrunk back down to a normal size, so she's only got one of the lawns. So you want that skull, that's the one. Clapperclaw dances about backwards and forwards, his little head rattling. That's my head, that's my head.
Can I lean over next to the frog and fall in its mouth?
You can.
I shall do that.
It's not big enough. Your head disappears inside the frog's mouth.
I'll look around.
All you can see is pitch blackness. And sadly, it's not like the globe of darkness in the Tomb of Horror.
It's just dark.
It's just dark.
I'll pull my head out with a
pop noise. You pull your head out.
It's bloody dangerous.
It felt like you were pushing your head through cool mud with eels swimming through it.
Ooh, titillating.
So all the things that we're going to trade for are in this room. I don't see my item in here.
Oh, you weren't here when they got the riddle. Does anyone care to enlighten the riddle? Do you even remember?
Yeah, it was something about sticking your head in a thing.
Putting your hand inside a frog's mouth.
Yeah, I'll shove my hand in there.
Right, you put it in, and it feels like you're pushing through cool mud with eels swimming in it. And Bavlornas says, you just have to state the thing that you want to pull out of the mouth. And if it's there, it'll come to you.
Oh, all right. So, anything.
No, only things that's in there, dummy. I don't have your
So,
your
you could put your hand in here and
soul.
say an itinerary, and you'd get a list of what was inside. That would be very handy.
I don't have a piece of your soul, you buffoon.
Let me have a go.
Right, I'll step to one side and let her have a go if she thinks she's hard enough.
Jesse, you step forward in front of the bronze frog.
Right, pull my sleeve up and put in my slender hand into its mouth and have a feel around.
You reach inside and you get that horrible oozy feeling with the wiggling around it.
Good, innit?
Not really. I need a bath when I get home.
Oh, you do. You're all in a right
Very
state.
long bath.
I look fine.
Week-long bath.
So your hand is in, it disappears into the elbow and then to the shoulder, and it's longer than the frog, but you can't feel anything.
Oh,
You have to ask for it, dearie.
Quill writing.
Right, as you're fumbling about,
writing.
you feel your hand brushes a feather, and then you grasp it in the palm of your hand.
What was it doing in the frog?
Where I hide my very best things. As you pull your hand free, the feather begins to glow. Little tiny yellow dancing motes of light dance around your hand, and they grow more and more. They go around your arm until they're dancing all around your body, and then it's almost as if they're absorbed in. And it's back. You feel happy, truly happy for the first time in a long time. The thing that you were missing, the little hole in your soul is filled up, and it's whole again.
That feels so much better.
See? A deal's a deal.
I step back and say to Dobsy, maybe you should have a little look for yours.
I don't even know what I'm looking for.
It's a small. Your piece of soul was woven into a small magical flute.
Okay, if I could set myself on the map, I would.
I'll stick you on the map. That's no problem. I don't know why you've disappeared after throwing yourself out of the window. That's obviously where it is. You step up to the bronze frog.
I'll stick my hand in and think of a flute.
Right, after a few seconds, she says, "You have to ask what you're looking for, dearie. I mean, we've already been through this several times."
All right. Fine, Froggy, give me a flute.
So you reach in, you feel the wriggling around your hand, and your hand closes on a small tubular object that you pull out. It's a flute. Again, the small motes of yellow light dance around the flute as it slowly dissolves into like little fairy lights that surround your body and then soak in, and you can feel whole again. You feel your creativity is returned. You can play music, you can paint, you can sing, you can dance, you can do anything. And the whole party gains a point of inspiration. As you have managed to recover some of the items. Just take yourself a little point of inspiration there. Yay! See? A wonderful flute that was.
Does Clapperclaw regain his head?
He can't reach. He's dancing up and down, and he's got little claw hands, so he can't reach. He's dancing up and down, and he can't reach the thing on the wall. Please, my head.
Can I reach it for him?
You can, yes, with your astral arms.
Yes, I shall take it off the wall and hand it to him.
He immediately pulls the gourd off and drops it on the floor where it splits open. And inside the gourd, 3 copper pieces fall out, and he puts the hollow deer skull in his head. It looks even more terrifying. And the eyes begin to glow yellow, and he turns to fish and he's like, it's so good to have my proper head back. Thank you. And he bows so low that his antlers touch the floor.
I'll pick the copper pieces up and can I just pop them in his pocket?
Yeah, thank you. It's hard to pick copper up with claws like this.
I thought.
So, well, dearie, who's going to go for the thumbs? I made them into a most magnificent pair of oven mitts.
I'll reach into the frog's mouth and say, oven mitts.
And as you do, they appear in your hands, and you pull your hands out, and you're holding a lovely pair of white oven mitts with red butterflies on. But
I'll put them in.
They don't sparkle.
Is that not rhyming slang for someone else?
I'll put them in a backpack.
Quite possibly, you stick them in your backpack. She says, right, well, you're going to need transport out of here.
Oh, I'll put my hand up again.
We're not at school. I'm sick of telling you this.
Well, there's a fella, right? Norbert, right? If we had Norbert, we could go to River.
By baboon.
You mean
And I think,
Morgat, that traitorous bastard.
yeah, Norbert, the traitorous bastard. Well, if he's a traitor, you won't mind us taking him with us.
He could get killed in the process, so, you know.
Probably will. We're not exactly safe people to be around.
Surely he's dispensable.
She says, all right, well, I'll give you a freebie, dearies. And she holds her hand up, and like your eyes cloud over for a second and then uncloud. She says, this allows you to see through the mists in downfall. You can pick up that traitorous little froggy bastard over by the palace at the holding cells, and just past that, Storm Chaser the balloon is tethered at Trinket Bauble and Charms. And don't let anybody tell you that Bavlornas is not generous, because that was for free. Not like my sisters, they'd have had an arm and a leg, bloody literally.
Very fair. That's what I'll say of you. Very fair.
So time's a ticking.
I'll write a note in my notebook. Bavlorna is very fair. I'll spell fair with F-A-I-R.
Use a calendar then and keep track of the days, shouldn't we?
No, don't do that.
I think we should do that. Yes.
No, I don't think we should do that.
Well, let's go to the palace, get that traitor, and then go to the balloon and be off.
Yeah.
I will load a calendar. So, without further ado, you head off. You get back in the boat, leaving peacefully from Bavlornas' cottage, which deposits you at the docks. And true to her word, she has done something to your eyes that allows you to see all through downfall. So you should be able to see that now. Is that correct?
No, the map's black.
I haven't got
there.
There we go. Yep.
So you can see through the mists of downfall now.
Ooh.
And you have arrived on the dock just outside of the sinking palace, carved out of the gigantic tree.
Yes.
Is there a boat?
You're just getting off the boat.
Oh, sorry, dearie.
Yeah, apparently the holding cells is that building to the north, as it has a gigantic sign on it that says holding cells.
Okay, head north.
Yeah, we'll go and get well, should we not go and grass up the rebels and then use that to get the pilot? Or can we just go and get the pilot?
I don't think it would hurt to grass up the rebels while we were here.
We'll work our way around.
Because presuming that the king is then able to put down the coup, he might host one when we get back.
That's not a bad plan.
That is up to you guys.
That seems like we're grassing up the rebels and going retrieving my traitor.
Now that you can see directly ahead of you is a sturdy wooden hut with an open doorway on the side of it and a sign saying holding cells. To the right of it, at the end of the pier, a large black balloon floats over the lake, tugging at its moorings. Beneath it hangs a basket of black wicker and wood, which serves as a merchant store. A large pane of grey glass is drawn across an opening in the counter, a sign which reads, "Wondrous wares and fair fares." The balloon is not made of fabric, but rather appears to be a rolling dark rain cloud contained somehow within the lines and netting.
Oh, that's cool.
Ooh.
It's a shop.
Oh, we like that.
A rain cloud.
That's Andy.
No, I'm Andy.
All right, Andy.
So, where do you wish to head? It is completely 100% up to you lot.
We're retrieving the traitor first.
Yep, we're going to get a traitor. Should we do this by grassing the rebels up, or should we do this by kicking the front door in?
Well, if we don't have to kick the front door in, I'm not I wouldn't be heartbroken. But if front doors need to be kicked in...
Right, go and knock on the door, speak to whoever's inside.
Right, so you head round to the front and there's no actual door. And when you look inside, there are two cells made of maple branches.
Mm-hmm.
And inside the cells is a crazy looking bullywug frogman.
That's our boy.
Who has a pair of those round aviator goggles on his head.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely our boy.
I'm innocent, he said.
And who's in the other one?
Fixed job.
We've come to get you out.
Good. The trial by combat's tomorrow. By the way, who are you people?
We're here to rescue you.
That's all you need to know.
We need a lift.
Yeah, we need you to fly the balloon.
Okay.
If you recall, on the other side of town, there was a balloon tether.
Yep.
Who was in the other cell?
The other cell is empty.
Okay.
In that case, let's head out here and head to the balloon.
Okay, open the cell, let the...
Well, the cell is locked, but the bars are only made of wood.
Dobbsy, can you do your thing?
I will certainly have a go, mate. I will have a go.
Give me a DC 12 Destitution check, please. It's not a difficult lock, since it seems to be primarily made of wood.
Oh, shit. What's wrong?
I'll hit guidance on you.
No, he just rolled a D12. I don't know what the fuck he rolled there.
Yeah. I don't
Wait
know.
a minute, I'll put this
Up
on
there.
you. Wait a sec.
Shall I send you a
Yeah, please.
ball? Stick the guidance on it.
Oh, no, wait a minute. I've got him targeted. Why is it put on me?
I don't know. Maybe your guidance has self in the tag.
Right, there.
Have a look. Sorted. Right, so you try for a minute or so, and then curse and swear. Then Elvanlor touches you and provides you with a little bit of spiritual help. And easily,
I hope it's tested appropriately.
Easily, the lock falls open. Thank you, says Morgoth. But who are you? He looks like he's dressed like a knight, but with a pair of aviator goggles on the helmet.
We're here to rescue you so you can fly the balloon.
Where am I flying this balloon?
Or to Tither. Is it wither or wither or tither?
It's Tither.
Not hither.
No, we're in hither.
All right, we're in hither, but we're going to Tither.
Well, I can get you there. Clapperclaw says, yeah, I can guide you. Clapperclaw's now got a deep voice since he's got his proper head. I've got my antlers.
What was her sister called again?
Scabatha.
Oh, God.
Did you ask that out loud?
Yeah.
Morgoth steps back and spits on the floor. I won't help anyone who works for the hags.
I'll go over and whisper to him, don't worry, we're doing a trick. Shh, you're in on it. I'll make sure that I've got a very muscly arm resting round his shoulders when I whisper in his ear.
When I sent Wiggle Wog with that dragon to report on the disappearance of Bavlornas, I never thought I'd actually get somebody to help me.
Oh, yeah, we found a dragon and we let it out of his cage and everything.
It was ever so happy.
We got the key. Did we let it out?
Yes, we did.
What about Wiggle Wog?
Who was that then?
My mate?
Did we see a Wiggle Wog?
You did not.
Well, I don't think we saw a Wiggle Wog.
But
What did she look like?
We'll look for her.
She was in the balloon with that dragon.
She wasn't in the balloon. She wasn't
Oh,
with the
yeah, the
dragon.
balloon did a crash.
He looks sad and rolls a tear down one warty cheek.
It's
We'll
all
look
right,
for her.
mate.
Don't worry,
look for
we'll
her.
find her.
Come on, you're part of the crew now. We've got to get out of here. This is a jailbreak. Come on. It's a heist.
Oh.
Surely you've always wanted to be in a heist.
I have.
Well, it's an heist, isn't it? You've got to be in a heist when there's an heist on. It's the law.
Which balloon am I flying to thither with?
Storm Chaser. Or whichever one you choose. You're the pilot.
Storm Chaser's damaged. We need some parts from Trinket, Bauble and Charms.
Oh, well, we'll go there then.
Could I not mend it?
No, you have to have the original parts there to mend.
Okay.
It won't like fill in bits that are missing.
All right, okay.
Well, coincidentally, he says, I was imprisoned right next to the shop.
That's handy, yeah?
Right, let's go to the shop then.
Let's go shopping montage.
So you
Is that it down there?
It's that crazy ass storm balloon thing.
All right, okay.
The big black balloon floats over the lake, and you see inside the small hut that makes up the basket of the balloon a cramped merchant stall, and two darklings stand behind the counter. Hello. Welcome to Trinket, Bauble and Charms. We will be departing soon.
We're looking for some
You
parts.
remember Charm was the one that was in Bavlornas' cottage.
Oh, didn't she try to nick a thing?
She did.
Here.
He says, we need to disappear quickly, so if you wish to purchase any of the following items, and he points to a sign behind the counter. He says, we've got 5 minutes. A very good, and it says, available for a limited time only, a very good thimble, a mug of bumble beer. Sorry, it says a very good thimble, brackets, fingertip not included. A mug of bumble beer, brackets, has a nice sting to it. Dusk wallow pie, brackets, with decorative bite marks. A bundle of dry wood, brackets, great for starting fires. Ink portraits, brackets, if we have to look at you, so should you. And a moonlight monocle, brackets, no more fumbling in the dark. And underneath it says, a unicorn horn, brackets, a genuine one, honest gov, not just a carved piece of tree.
I want a unicorn horn.
And Morgoth says, we'll need some balloon repair kits. And he goes, well, we don't bother putting them on the thing because people don't want it normally. Trinket, the second Darkling, says, very hard to come by unicorn horns, and one never knows when one might come in handy. This one recently found its way into my possession.
Oh, I need it. How much?
How much? He says, I tell you what. And he leans in close and goes, do you mind if I have a look into your eyes?
No, I don't mind.
You have a lovely colour eye. I would like the colour from your eyes.
The colour from my eye. What, like now or when they go funny?
No, if you want to buy, I'm trying to do a Del Boy. If you want to buy a unicorn horn, Rodney, I want the colour from your eyes.
So, will I still be able to see?
Of course, I'm not a barbarian.
Oi, anyway, what's wrong with barbarians, you cheeky bastard? So, you just want the colour out of my eyes, but not the eyes themselves.
No, you get the kit and it's just they're a lovely colour. I would like to wear that on a Sunday.
Will I be able to see in colour?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. That's a deal. I've always wanted to be able to see in colour.
He spits in his hand 3 times and holds it out.
Oh, God.
I spit in my hand 3 times and shit his hand.
Right, he says, we're having a code. So he holds out small marble. He holds it up to your face and he says, you be mine. And basically you watch all of the colour drain out of Nutmeg's eyes. And it's as if it's emptying a glass of milk. And his irises and all of his eye colour just goes completely transparent.
Oh, God, that's weird.
Ew.
Oh, that's creepy.
Do you want to play
the marble has turned the colour that your eyes were previously, Earl. And he says, it's been a pleasure doing a deal with you. And he hands you a unicorn horn.
Thank you very much. Would you like to do double or quick?
Oh, God.
No, thank you.
Are you sure?
Yes, thank you. I have everything we need and we need to leave.
Oh, okay. And we need the balloon repair kit.
Balloon repair kit. Okay. What do you think it's worth?
You can have everything in either of my pockets, but you can only choose one pocket.
I like your thinking, he says. He strokes his chin and goes, the right-hand pocket.
Right, I shoved my hand in my right-hand pocket, pull out a couple of coins, slap them on the table and went, you lucky bastard.
Well, we need to be going. He hands you a balloon repair kit. Is there anything else we need to be leaving right now?
What does that do? I'll point at the monocle.
You have a unicorn horn. It's in the party inventory. Is there anything else? We must be departing. We're in a rush.
What's that do? I'll point at the monocle.
It lets you see in the dark if you can't see in the dark. Bauble, the other Darkling, says, yep, it lets you see in the dark if you cannot see in the dark. Only out of one eye. Obviously, I can't guarantee that you will see it out of both eyes. That would be ridiculous.
What happened if you put it in front of both eyes? Like if you took one eye out and put it in front of the other eye, could you see through both eyes?
Oh my God.
We really don't have time to discuss the semantics of this.
What does that do? Have you got any toilets?
Has he got any weapons?
No, just what's on there. You hear that female voice chime going, we need to leave now.
You know,
Lorna is not happy with us. We need to leave right now. The balloon actually lightning crackles. And it actually, you can feel the hood at the bottom starting to lift.
Can I have a look at it in the light? I'll see it.
I'll jump out of the door onto the ground.
Okay. Bauble says, something quick. How about the rhythm in your step?
Oh, you can't have my rhythm, mate. I just want to have a look at it.
No, sorry, we're leaving now. You literally have 30 seconds. If you want to buy the Moonlight Monocle, I demand the rhythm in your step. Does anybody want to make a purchase?
You didn't see me dancing the Thriller earlier. I can't give you my rhythm. It's worth far too much. I'll leave with my head held up high and my nose pointing at the ceiling. Quite insulted that he would underpay me.
So you've jumped out, so that leaves Elvanna and Britwick in the...
Oh, I've jumped out. I'm not
I'm leaving as well.
Doing any fair deals. I don't...
Yeah, Nutmeg looks disturbing with his clear irises.
Creepy. I can't look at him to see him. It just creeps us out.
You, my small friend, need a pair of sunglasses.
Yes, we need sunglasses for him.
It's all right. I'll just close my eyes.
God.
Right, so now
Let's to the storm chaser then, I believe. We're going to fix it now, can't we?
you can. So you head across the bridge, and the king and his entourage is there. And just as you arrive, you see Illig. Illig is the one that was dressed in the black ruffled hose and tights with the glossy black inlay. And a small white ruff carrying a rapier. And just as you arrive, and he goes, "And yes, your majesty, it's the..." Oops! He shouts loudly. Oops! Falls forward, pulls a dagger, and stabs the king straight through the eye.
What?
Infamy. They have all got in infamy, I will say.
The king, with one blow, falls dead to the floor. His tongue lolls out onto the steps. Illig says, "The king is dead.
Long
live the king. Long live the king." All of the Bullywug guards, caught off guard, begin to draw weapons, and then, upon it being obvious that the king is dead, they salute the new monarch.
What?
For this, apparently, is the way things are done around here.
Your Highness, we have come before you humbly, and my mate Sherlock will explain, and I'll step back behind Sherlock. Because he's the
Can I sidle up to Willig and go, "Now about this crocodile"?
Yeah, the crocodile's not worried. He's going, "Guards, seize that crocodile and bring me the spit."
No, don't do that.
Whoa.
Crocodile.
No. That won't be happening, Your Majesty.
If you don't want him, we'll take him.
We've been given a job by Bavlornas. You are to comply, unless you want to go and discuss it with her.
We've been told that we can amass people to help us in our quest.
Is this true?
We will take the crocodile with us. He will help us in our quest.
He turns to a foppish, skinny-looking frog who's wearing a kind of orangey-brown Elizabethan thing, and he's got like a brown curly wig on the top of his head. He holds his handkerchief to his froggy face, and he's like, I think that's right. Illig.
We will take him out your way. We're going on a perilous journey, so if you are wanting to off the crocodile, then, it is no matter to you if, he can aid us in our heavily dangerous quest for Lady Bavlornas.
While Elvanna's persuading Illig, I'll sidle around the back and slip a lead over the crocodile's neck and start leading it quietly away, looking down at it going.
Illig turns to Glorabek and says, "Glorabek, what do you think about this?" And he goes, "I have a cunning plan, my lord." And he goes, "Really?"
He whips out his sword and stabs the new king.
Oh, God. Is this what happens?
Oh, aye. They're all at it.
Yeah.
I was a bit taken back when he threw a dagger in his
You're
face.
about to pass the bridge of heads, Tracy. He says,
Oh, God.
"Very well. You have aided the revolution. I'm not sure quite how, but so be it. Take the dash thing.
I'm already across the throne room and heading out the door with it.
I am going to find you Snoodles. There is good old Snoodle here. I'm going to drag that into your NPC roster, Andy.
Awesome.
As you lead Snoodle the crocodile.
Thank you, Your Highness. May your reign be a long and prosperous one.
Aye, at least 3 weeks.
Illig says, what is your cunning plan? He goes, "I have a turnip."
What?
Oh, turnips, I'll say. Where's the turnip?
Right, so you have Snoodle the crocodile.
Awesome.
You knew that was the main goal of the entire evening.
Totally.
Oh, aye.
And he was not leaving without that crocodile.
I was tempted to shout out, "Beware, Your Majesty! It's not a turnip, it's a Swede!"
As you leave the crazy bickering of the frog court behind you, come across the chattering heads. You have not met these before, Tracy. There's a flat bridge with a whole bunch of heads on pikes that they stand there. And as you walk past, they go, "Well, I guess we've got a new one joining us." And one of the heads fella goes, "I told you he wouldn't last. What, him with that stupid roof?" And the heads bemoan the death of the king. As you head past, you can finally see the balloon.
All right, lad. Good. Keep your head
I
up.
still believe I'm in this horrible nightmare. It's got to be a dream. It's got to be a dream.
It totally is.
Chin Chin,
You head back around. The balloon shop where it was on fire that you helped. You give the proprietor a wave. He waves happily at you as you head past.
Just out of curiosity, will this balloon lift Brian?
No.
Damn it.
Dobbsy, I've lost you again.
Is Brian still with me, is he?
We'll have to let him roam free.
He is tied up.
Outside the balloon shop.
I'll pop him down. Brian is up here somewhere. You tied him up, sort of. Yeah. In fact, to this tree. There's a handy tree that you've tied him to.
Yeah.
He sort of makes that noise as you happily...
I'll feed him a carrot.
Yeah, you can fit Snoodle in. You're not going to fit Brian in the balloon.
Well, I shall explain to Brian that I'm going to have to go away for a couple of days, but if he stops here, I'll come back for him, and I shall ask him if he'll be all right, because I speak fluent snail.
You're not sure what that means? Possibly, yes.
Have I got time to nip into the balloon shop that we're just right next to, and have a word with the bloke, I can't remember his name, who we helped put out those flaming coals, and ask him to keep an eye on Brian till I get back?
Duke Ickrind. Yeah.
Aye.
Absolutely.
Him. Right. I'll leave a pile of carrots for Brian, and he normally just sort of takes care of himself, but, just keep an eye on him and make sure he's all right. And if he's sad or lonely or whatever, give him a carrot.
Of course. I owe you.
I'll be back.
Right. So you head back to the stepping stone. Again, Tracy wasn't here for this.
Right. I'll head across, but excuse me, you mind if we step over you again, old man?
The enormous boulder-like head of the middle stepping stone comes up, Tracy. You can see like rocky, craggy eyebrows and a rocky, craggy face. It's awfully decent of you to ask.
Well,
yes, of course you may stand upon me. It would be my pleasure.
Oh, that's so kind of you. I'll pop across.
And with ease, you pop across to the other side. There's apparently a totem boulder, Tracy. It seems like you may have missed this as well. Arriving at the Storm Chaser, a damaged balloon. The Storm Chaser is guarded by two rather dim-witted looking bullywugs and 3 giant frogs. They kind of stand there looking bored.
There is there.
Hello, gentlemen. We're here to fix the balloon and take it on a test drive.
One of them says, I don't think we've been told about that.
Can I lean forward and go, I think you have been told. Isn't that
which is
right?
told.
Are you trying an intimidation?
I'm going to intimidate.
I look down at Snoodles and go, look for your son, look for your...
Snoodles sort of bares his teeth and roll your intimidation check then. Actually, that's enough. I was going to say you can roll with advantage because Andy's getting Snoodles to look faces at 20. One of them goes, I was told that this morning. The other one goes, okay, fair enough. They stand back. They say to the frogs, all right, these boys are sorting it out. And with that out of the way, Clapperclaw leaps in the balloon, as does Moggart. Takes the balloon kit. Excellent. This won't take long. Maybe an hour or so. Begins to frantically repair the balloon.
Do you think we need to stand guard while he does this? If he's frantically repairing?
Well, we could always watch him from inside the balloon basket.
Yeah, good plan. I'm going to go in the balloon and go to sleep.
Yeah, aye, good plan.
You can have a short rest if you want to rest. Is anybody guarding him or are you taking a short rest?
I'll call him.
I'll use my last hit dice.
Yeah, you can use your last hit dice.
Oh, massive.
Britwick, what are you doing? Are you resting or are you gone?
Can I rest with the caveat that if anything goes tits up, Elvanna is to wake me and Snoodles?
A short rest isn't sleeping. A long rest is sleep. A short rest is sitting down, having a cup of tea and a bacon butty, a bit of a chat around the fire kind of thing, like relaxing.
Oh, well, yeah, I'll do that then. And
I think some of your key points come back on a short rest. I'm not sure.
I can't remember, to be honest. And I'll pull a ration out and see if I can sort of start getting Snoodles to trust me.
Snoodles like a rescue dog. Seems to have been living in a place full of mad frogs, so it very quickly takes kindly to you.
Good. Well, we'll get rid of this bloody roof for a start.
Oh, that was the best bit about it.
Oh no, mine nor is.
There you go. I've added Snoodle to the combat tracker under your control.
Awesome.
As you can see, he's not a terribly good fighter.
No, but it'll be good for growling at people.
He will. And an hour later, he declares, right, we're ready to leave.
We should go.
You climb into the balloon, and it smells terrible. What kind of gas do you use? You ask. Swamp gas, he says. Like farts. Yeah, like farts. And with an outpouring of gas and a terrible smell, the balloon slowly lifts up into the air. It drifts over the top of the Hall of Hither, finally allowing you to see down what the entire place looks like. And you marvel at the sight of the swamp as you head into the mists. You only go maybe a couple of 100 yards into the mist, and then there's the great storm clouds that surround Hither crash down. Mugwort expertly pilots it left and right. Clapperclaw says, hold my legs, as he climbs out of the basket and hands over. There's a great crash of lightning and they strike the antlers, and he goes like that. Lightning runs up and down his antlers, and then it begins to glow, and he says, follow the glow, and like a compass, Clapperclaw's antlers lead the way. Mugwort says, you might want to hang on, this might get rough, as he steers the balloon left and right, missing narrowly by lightning. You wonder how inflammable swamp gas is as you disappear into the mists. That's where we finish for tonight.
That was awesome, Rich.
Love it. Absolutely love it.
That was epic.